What's going on? Oh, it's been a while. It's been a long time since I've chilled with the lads. Talked to some peoples. Waited for the sound check. Alright, sound check's in. How's it going? Man, I have not been putting out nearly enough content recently, my dudes. I've been slacking. Alright, we're just waiting for Enticity to start this show. We have the gold through silver tournament today. Looks like only 4 slots were allowed, sorted by LP. And it looks like 9 people tried to sign up. So no matter what, we will have all 4 today. I'll take you with me. Whee! So it looks like if all 4 of these people show up, we'll have Lord Baltimore, AC Maiden, EC Eltharian Shades, and Zombie Quest playing. And then after that, there was a bronze tournament that people were supposed to send me replays for with Renegade Moose, Call HR, the Phoenix King, and Rusty. So hopefully we'll get to see those 4 fine players. Hopefully. And it looks like best of 3 and a best of 5. I'll ask the players what they want to do, but I'll definitely cast one of these best of 3s and the best of 5. If the other one wants to wait for me, we'll cast both best of 3s. But if they don't want to wait, if they just want to play their games, that is their decision. And we'll do our best just to fill the time. So we have about 1 minute till this is supposed to be locked. And I'm just filling. How's it going, people? I thought I saw Contende for a second there. There he is. He says, hail. All right. Poor rat from poor family. Spare him his life from this monstrosity. Easy come, easy go. Will you let me go? No, Jeremy will never let me go, apparently. Yeah, for anybody who didn't get the joke or is watching this in VOD land, we literally just got done with the replay stream, and then I put up a video for the Cathay reaction. That was a very analytical reaction video, I must say. I really busted out all of my analytical chops to fucking do that shit. God damn it. Rubber Duck of War is streaming right now. Enticity is going to be streaming soon with his version of the tournaments and stuff, so we got a lot of content out there. So for anybody watching this content instead of the other content, 2 things. 1, what's wrong with you? And 2, thanks. But 3, what's wrong with you? There's a lot better shit than me out there. Chasing Rainbows, just throw in song lyrics in there. I believe that is AC/DC, right? AC/DC's, I was trying to think of a bullshit song title. Teenage Dream, fuck it. Hey, Caradoc, how's it going? We're chilling till Lord Master Savior Enticity tells us that it's time to go. Okay. All right. There are so many things wrong with you, Jeremy. Do you want that list in alphabetical order? No, I'm good, dude. I think you're perfect. Contende, why are you mad? Contende. Who's messaging me? It's DeRoss. Hello, DeRoss. Enticity, start the thing! Start the thing. I hunger for content and not to fill the empty void. Filling the empty void sucks. Rusty vs. the Phoenix King was happening. So many people not on the beta. Look at all these unbaited souls. This hasn't started yet. I was just a rogue caster hired to do this cast. I have no control over starting the thing. See, Tendies is mad he doesn't have Tendies. That's true. F and G, you hunger for distractions from work. I understand. I am currently on vacation, which is why I can stream when I would normally be working. Good sirs. I am booked solid through my vacation with bullshit content for you people. Sort of. Yeah. Had 2 streams yesterday, 2 streams today, 1 stream tomorrow, and then Grace's birthday dinner. 1 stream Sunday, and then a stream Monday, and a stream Tuesday. And then I'm back to work. All right, we are 3 minutes past the hour. I am curious if this has started. I'm doing this? Okay, sure. What happened? What happened? Uh-oh. Hang on. I'm spooked. Are you gonna stream my birthday dinner? I could stream your birthday dinner. I'm confused about some stuff. I must message Lord Master Enticity. All right. I'm just wondering if this thing is good to start, possibly. Maybe, potentially. Sorry for the wait. I'm so confused what's happening right now. Only if it's a hot tub stream. I mean, Grace's parents have a hot tub. Enticity says, oh crap, which is always a good sign. Hang on. He said, oh crap. I'm confused and scared. I'm confused and scared. I don't know what's happening, and I'm scared. Anticity's typing. Okay, the tournament started. Cool. So the only change was that the Zombie Quest had not checked in, so Killer in You got advanced. All right. Great. Great. Lord Baltimore. Killer in You at ODM AC Maiden at EC Eltharian Shades. We are live. Killer and Lord, I would like to spectate, please. Other side of bracket. Wait if you want, cast, or just play without me. Either is fine, up to you. Okay, cool. Cool. This thing's actually kind of going now. Did I remember you saying your DM plays Total Warhammer 2 multiplayer? If so, you should put a bounty on them. Mr. Overlord? Yeah, he's my friend. Oh, Josh. I'm going to see if I can spectate this. Mr. Overlord? Yeah, he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude. Hey! Let's go! Throwing a smiley face. Alright, blocker. Blocker move. Move. Good boy. Nice big old clan Moors there. I need to change the names. On the left side, we do not have protagonist. We have Killer in You. Not killing you, Killer in You. On the other side, we have Lord Balti. His name is too long, so I'll do AIMA Lord Balti. 0. Alright, blockers up. Names are changed. We're good to go. It's clearly M. Roverlord. Yeah. It's not like I know this guy and he has talked to me about his name. And it's not like his wife's name on most games is Mrs. Overlord. It's clearly M. Roverlord. You're right. Iron Sand Desert is the first map. Lord Baltimore, from what I know about him, I know he likes his Dark Elves. Other than that, I don't know what his preferred factions are. Whenever I fight him, he plays a healthy mix of things. Greenskins is what we're starting off with. Ban vampire counts and beastmen. Alright. Good choice. If I were killer in you, playing against greenskins, probably want to pick... Tomb Kings isn't bad. It's not great. It's not bad. Why am I feel like I... Oh, Lizardmen. Yeah, Lizardmen would be really good here. Lizardmen would be stupid good here. Let's see if Killer in You plays them. Or feels like they're good. I know you're right, Jeremy. I know you're right. Have you started reading the book yet, or are you just chilling? Or is it bad? Because if it's bad, then... I guess I can take the criticism. I'm an adult. I guess. Killer's thinking about it. Was Killer in You in the XMT EC Clan War today? Was Eltharian Shades? Wait, are those guys in 2 tournaments today? Jeremy, I've actually kind of done that when people ban my Skaven. I'll just be like, I pick Clan Scryer. Haha, it's different. And then no one laughs, and I eventually pick a real faction. But I do love being not very funny. Oh man, Killer in You is really thinking about this. This is an intense decision. Plan on hitting it in one of the hammocks. Good. Hope it's still warm where you are. It's fall in Minnesota, so that means pretty cold. It's actually, I mean, it's been kind of a warm fall so far, but it's each night gets a little colder as we shrink into the abyss. I'm worried Killer in You had a stroke. Okay. Is Killer in You still alive? Hello? Ah, the vicious Satsuma strategy. Plans on taking a nap through the whole thing. I don't know what that's for, but alright. In southern Texas, yeah, it's warm. Oh, yeah. Texas will be fine. Unless you guys have another one of those crazy snowstorms that freezes your entire state again. That'd be bad. Tomb Kings. Tomb Kings isn't a bad matchup here. When the Greenskins were really, really broken last patch, or 2 patches ago, I guess now, I know some of my clanmates thought Tomb Kings might be the answer. I'll be curious how close to their build Killer in You goes. Let us see. What else to fill the time? Army building phase is rather slow. For the Greenskins, probably going to see Gromma Punch and River Troll Heg. Spirit Leech is really good against Tomb Kings. And the Orc Shaman and Goblin Shaman are a little underwhelming. Vindictive Glare can have a hard time doing any damage to Tomb King's lords or heroes. Same with Gaze of Morg. And Spirit Leech is just so good. Consistent, easy to hit damage that they can't dodge is really good on a faction with low healing like the Tomb Kings, so just do it. Ritual Hag's Aura is pretty good. The -5 melee attack. Yeah, she's just good. Regen. Grom's obviously good for various reasons. What else should they do? Probably Stone Trolls. 2 Stone Trolls is always good versus Tomb Kings. Other than that, Savage Orc, Biggins, wreck a bunch of stuff. Basic Goblins to charge your Wa. Probably the Skirmish Cav core of, 2 Wolf Riders, 2 Spider Riders, all with bows, etc. Same boring shit we've been seeing for 3 years, 7 years. For the Tomb Kings, this does not look like the build my clanmates were taking. It looks good. I don't have an issue with it, but it's just not the same. What they were doing is taking Cetron as cat with a bunch of buffs, and then the Necro effects, not the Necro effects, the Necro Sphinx ROR, a Necrotect to heal them and give that AoE weakness to fire damage, AoE minus melee attack, a shitload of chariots, and Skirmish Cav, and you just have almost no infantry, and you sprint around the map and annoy the greenskins, break their leadership, cycle charge, etc. So this is not that. Tomb King should always take kitties, lots of kitties. Hard to disagree. Hard to disagree. Though, when I play Tomb Kings, man, or I play against Tomb Kings, the cats feel really weird and janky. They feel a little unimpactful at times. Like, it feels like sometimes they'll just miss a lot, or they'll hit and not do a lot of damage. Sometimes. So it's tricky. Killer Inu's army looks mostly ready behind the blocker. I can't look over at the greenskins because I'm not the host. An AI has been created. Looks like Killer Inu wanted to look at something. Okay. I wonder if anything's going to change about the Tomb Kings in Game 3. I would like it if they and the Vampire Coast got second DLCs. Got some stuff added. Vampire Coast especially look, they feel a little thin at times. Tomb King Chariots can do a lot of work against most builds. Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. The Chariots, the only thing about them is the same as everything about the Tomb Kings, in my opinion, is that it's just their whole roster feels like it either crushes or does nothing. Like I just mentioned the cats. The Chariots are the same way. When I play Lizardmen against Tomb Kings, the Chariots just don't feel like they do anything. Maybe it's just the way I play Lizardmen, but I don't know. They're ready. Nope. Yep. No. Yep. All right, we're loading in. You think you might order some food? What should you order? Probably Italian. Italian's good. Bother Hummus Boy. Who's bothering me? That's interesting. Anyway. Yeah, someone posted a weird Microsoft Paint image of my channel next to testicles for some reason. It was Cyrus! Cyrus is here! Vampires vs. Tomb Kings DLC is still mostly Skaven. Alfredo is good. Alright. I haven't seen the Greenskin build at all, so I'll just talk about this one quick because I saw it. It looks like 4 Nehekar Horsemen, double Tomb Scorpion, 4 Archers, one of which is the ROR. There you are, the Blessed Legion of Fach. We have Kepler Guard, and then a bunch of skeleton spearmen and skeleton warriors across the front line. Blocker, never mind, I moved it. I'm not always an idiot, just usually. Oh, and Ark in the Black's the Lord somewhere. There he is. For the greenskins, Morgan's Mangy Marauders, some Forest Goblin Spider Riders for poison. Then it looks like 2 more Forest Goblin Spider Riders and the Goblin Wolf Riders. So 5 skirmishers. Savage Orc Biggin front line with mixed with some Orc Boys. So 4 Savage Orc Biggins, 1 Orc Boy, the Night Goblin ROR, Double Stone Troll, River Troll Hag, and Grom the Paunch. That's about what we were talking about. That's a pretty good build. Can crush through a lot of skeletons and stuff. That was literally what you two recommended me when I looked up your channel name. That's odd, Cyrus. That's odd. Yeah, Tomb Scorpions usually suck for me too, but they are pretty cool. I agree, they're pretty cool. Someone remind me in the next army builder phase to talk about Demon Slayer, because that, I have opinions. But I should save that for a time when I'm filling. Alright, we're starting off. Skirmish. Only the greenskins have a skirmish, but with 4 archers on the other side that outrange you, they're probably not going to get great value, so greenskins might want to just take the fight, in my opinion. Because the archers are going to trade up against their cav, in most cases. But oh well. Greenskin's going to do what Greenskin's going to do. They have a little mummy on their back. Yeah, they have like a casket, don't they? Yeah, there it is. Little casket. That is a sick model. Is Demon Slayer a goth emo band? Nah, dude, it's an anime. It's an anime. Archers firing into a bunch of skirmish cav, but the skirmish cav are dodging a little bit while the Nehekara horsemen are standing a little bit still and getting pew-pewed. Lord Baltimore is dodging a lot of arrows. As I say that, he actually takes a little bit of damage there, but still mostly dodged. And arrows in the back are raining in on the Forest Goblin Spider Riders, who don't have missile resist, just happen to be a little wily. Alright, the front lines finally clash. We'll get to see the absolute murder, slaughter, death that is Savage Orc Biggins, wrecking the skeleton front line completely and utterly. And that Tomb Scorpion jumps straight into some stone trolls, and it is going to get beaten to death. Grom the Punch is rolling dirty through the front line. The Kepler Guard are actually the only things trading pretty well. Skirmish Cav in the back is taking some damage, not really dealing much in return, but they're just distracting stuff. But now they will charge in and get into melee into some skeleton archers, shutting them down, and the greenskins are massively winning the front line. Just slaughtering it. Stone Trolls are beating the crap out of that Tomb Scorpion still. Stone Trolls over here are beating up skeleton spearmen. And so far it is going quite well for the greenskins. Even Fanatics ripping through the Kepler Guard, doing a lot of damage there. And yikes, that is an early lead for the greenskins. That went so well for them. Oh boy. Basic skeletons, it turns out, cannot beat Biggins in any shape or form. The Skirmish Cav plus Grom the Paunch and some Savage Orc Biggins moving in have disintegrated away 1 skeleton archer. It looks like 2 are fine on the far side, and a 3rd is still okay in the back desert. 1 Savage Orc Biggin does rout from the Kepler Guard, leaving the River Troll Hag a bit on her own, but overall, decisive victory on the front line for the greenskins. Ushapti Summon comes in, maybe they can get on top of the Night Goblins, but they already used one of their spinning loons, so they're back on cooldown. And they're very healthy, so they'll actually probably get a 2nd loon this game if they even need it. But what is left to loon? There's no skeletons left. There's some Kepler Guard and archers. That's about it. Oh boy, River Troll Hag is getting a bit gooned out by these Ushapti. They get a Mither on them, very nice, and then Lord Baltimore can pull the River Troll Hag away. These Stone Trolls are not going to enjoy getting rear charged. Ooh, there's the loons we were talking about, doing a ton of damage on the Nehekara Horsemen. And it feels early to call it, but this might already just be it. Oh god. Arc of Black's getting messed up. Now these Stone Trolls need to stay in the fight. If Grom can give him his ITP buff, that would be extremely helpful right about now. Archers are getting crumped. Ushapti will eventually fade away. Outside of that, I mean, the bounce power is looking pretty bleak for the Tomb Kings. And once the Ushapti go, it's going to look abysmal. Ground Punch is just following Ark in the Black Round at this point. You still have the Unbreakable Night Goblins very healthy. Savage Orc Biggins fighting against these Nahakara, Kepler Guard. Savage Orc Biggins plus Stone Trolls are beating the crap out of a different Tomb Scorpion this time. I think the other one might already be dead. That's about getting to be that. Ark in the Black is going to chase off some Stone Trolls, but Ground the Paunch is going to find him there as well and beat him up. Kepler Guard, fade away. The Ushapti go away yet? It looks like they did. These archers are getting a little nice little concave of fire in there, though. That's doing some good work. It's all about how much damage Grom can do to Arkin to end the game. Savage Orc Biggins are terror-routed away from the Tomb Scorpion, who's currently mithered and getting chased down. Kepler Guard finally disintegrate fully away. And it's some ragged-ass Nagakara horsemen and a very wounded Ark in the Black versus all this greenskin power. Stone Trolls and the River Troll Hag are going to regen up just fine. Where are the other Stone Trolls? Oh yeah, they're routing. Got it. We've been watching them for a bit. They are getting close to the edge of the map, but Arkin has been getting shanked in the butt this whole time by Grom. I think that's army losses coming in. Yeah, it looks like it. First game will go to the Greenskins and Lord Baltimore. There was just too much of a difference in the front lines there that Savage Orc Biggins wrecked shop over those poor skeletons. I guess there was one Tomb Guard somewhere, but they got crumped pretty bad. Alright. Skeletons died. Kepler Guard traded okay. Tomb Guard had a tough time. Skeleton Archers on the whole did okay. Nahakar Horsemen seemed to struggle a bit. And the Tomb Scorpions really got beat down by those trolls. On the other side, Ground the Paunch got good value. River Troll Hag got good value. They were both very healthy, so they had plenty left to give. Savage Orc Biggins were meat grinders. Skirmish Cab did okay. Stone Trolls. One did great. One struggled a little bit. GG, well played indeed. I'm going to block her up. Bam. Throw Lord Balti a point. Killer and you is going to switch over to Wood Elves, banning Tomb Kings and Bretonia. Okay. What's going on in the chat? And a first crash. Dubbed anime is a crime. I do have to watch it dubbed. I watch certain shows subbed, but most shows I have to watch dubbed because I'm usually either working out or watching the pup and playing tug of rope with her. So I don't have time to look at the screen and read it. Yeah. Finally finished stamping, Duras. Good job, good job. Hank Cyrus, you're damn right. Yeah, so Demon Slayer is like an anime that a bunch of my friends recommended to me. And I'm watching it right now. It's good so far. It's fine. It's not my favorite. I don't hate it. It's good. It's fine. The one thing I was going to say about it, though, is his sister's name is Nezuko. And he literally says Nezuko over 50 times in the first episode and a half. And I was like so close to throwing my TV remote through the TV and just being done with it forever. And then it gets better. But man, he likes to say his sister's name. You bunch of weebs. I like a lot of animated shows. Not necessarily all of them are from Japan. Like Castlevania is good. Avatar Last Airbender was really good. It's just, I've watched some real life shows too, and they're good. They're fine. What Elves vs. High Elves on Prague. Very nice. Real shows are fine. Some of them are really... I don't really like reality TV. I don't really like forced bullshit, I guess I'll call it. Where like... I guess The Real Housewives is an example of that for me, where it's just like... everybody's constantly sleeping with each other all the time, and like... You stole my man. No, you stole my man. And I'm like, this is scripted. I don't give a shit. At least Yeah, with anime, one of the things is if you get the anime I like, you can get really cool action sequences that you can't get out of TV shows because most TV shows don't have like the CGI budget to do that. But with animation, you can draw whatever you want to happen. So I guess that would be what I like about them usually. But I liked good live action shows like Black Sails on Hulu was really good. It's like Game of Thrones, but it doesn't suck. I liked Game of Thrones before it sucked. What else have I watched? Grace and I like to watch Shark Tank sometimes when we're eating dinner. But that's her show. I just pop in and say hi. I don't want to watch Fuckboy Island. No. I don't know. Yeah. I guess that would be it. Like, I just have a hard time watching a lot of live action shows because they can feel forced. To me. The CSIs were good back in the day. I used to watch those with my mom. CSI New York, CSI Miami. We watched, Leverage is a super good show. Dude, if you haven't watched Leverage, super good. It's like, there's all these thieves that have stolen a ton of money, but then they get together with this guy who used to be an insurance agent, and his own insurance company fucks him over and lets his son die because they don't want to pay the bill. So then he, like, commits a crime against them, and then all these thieves are like, hey, you're like us. And he's like, no, I'm a good person. So then they start stealing stuff to, like, help people. So there's, like, this, there's hundreds of episodes, and they're kind of cheesy, but they're really awesome. And it's like, this is a big corporation, and it's a pharmaceutical corporation, and they're knowingly making their drugs less effective, so people have to stay on them rather than getting cured. And then, like, they'll break into this big office and, like, steal the actual cure and give it to people. That was a good live action show. It was the shit. I've watched Girls in Panzer. My brother loved that, and he was home for Christmas one time, and we just watched it, so. I just finished Castlevania on Netflix, Duras. It was good. It got really weird at the end. And yes, Bowmore, he does have smelly vision as a power. Full Metal Alchemist is hype. Super good. I like Brotherhood way more than the just plain Full Metal Alchemist. That's just me. Roosevelt Samurai, Carl Layton. Good to see you. Hello and oh whoops. I hope that isn't a bad oh whoops. Hello 2.0. What up, Ice Power? They did another season of Leverage on Hulu, and it's terrible. Well, that's a shame. I have all the original seasons on disc, and that's when I thought the ending was. Original series was great. Why watch that when I could watch Hellsing Ultimate? Oh, yeah, dude. Hellsing Ultimate was tight. Hellsing Ultimate was so fun. That was so funny. Isaac was such a badass. Yeah, Duras, the only part that got weird is a weird... Like, I'm trying to do this without spoilers, because if you haven't watched the Castlevania series and you like Warhammer, I'm like 80% sure you would like the Castlevania series. I've watched Hellsing Ultimate. I know I know that one. It's super great. It's super great. The final battle in England with like the seas of blood going through the rivers, and then that like Nazi kid cuts his head off and taints the blood, and then Alucard gets trapped in a million souls. Yeah, I know how that shit ends. Anyway, Castlevania though, the thing that bothered me is towards the end they started using vampires as chaff, and it's like, oh, vampires are these immortal total badasses. Unless you want our main characters to look cool, then they'll all die in one hit and just stand around while they die. And it's like, oh, kind of wish these guys were badasses. But overall, the show is super good. All right, we're into game 2. Killer and You on the Wood Elves versus Lord Baltimore on the High Elves. Lord Baltimore does have a leg up. Let's see. He has a Flamespire Phoenix. We have an Archmage of Death on an Eagle. Looks like aspect of the Dread Knight to give some magic damage. Yeah. And Spirit Leech for more magic damage. 4 Shadow Warriors, 5 Shadow Warriors, 2 Illyrian Reavers on one side. It looks like 2 more Illyrian Reavers. Ooh, 1 Illyrian Reaver and a Dragon Prince on the other side. Okay. So it's Kite and Cav, Kite and Cav. Some more Silver Helms. This is a Rohirrim build if I've ever seen one. Archers and Cav. On the other side for Killer Inu, we have Deepwood Scouts, all of them the regular variant. We have 4 Dryads, 1 Eternal Guard with shields. It looks like there's more Eternal Guard with shields in the back coming up. Some of them are unshielded, actually. And then 5 Glade Guard, 2 with Hagbane tips, 3 without. Double Waystalker and Ancient Treeman with Earthblood. Whoa. You have tentacles in your arm. Okay, bud. Was doing recordings all day, so you forgot you were on the wrong account. Rip. This tourney should be chokes. This is the gold series, my Lord Ice Power, so I don't think you would have been invited here. Good sir. I believe you are in the Masters category. I didn't think I'd like Food Wars. It was recommended by a friend, surprisingly well done. I've heard good things about it, I just never checked it out. I did love Isaac. Isaac was sweet in Castlevania. His arc was really good. I thought Hector's arc was also quite good, just not as good as Isaac's. Are they waiting on me? No. They're not waiting on me. Alright, the High Elves are massively outnumbered. I think they might run into some trouble just getting attritioned down. These Shadow Warriors are going to have to... Shadow Warriors are going to have to carry really hard against these Deepwood Scouts somehow. But, like, as we've seen in a lot of my recent streams, basic Blade Guard are nothing to be fucked with, dude. They are nuts. It'll put you in the dirt. Isaac was pretty fun. I don't want to talk too much about things in case people go watch it and then there's big spoilers, but yeah, Isaac was great. He had a great arc. Flamespire Phoenix getting awfully aggressive. I wonder if these Deepwood Scouts are going to rip a shot backwards into it while it's directly overhead. Doesn't look like they will. They're just going to shoot the Shadow Warriors. Can't disagree with that. That is a really good volley there. But the Shadow Warriors are trading back decently effectively. But the Wood Elves have more archers to spare, and there it is. The overhead shots on the Flamespire Phoenix do a lot of damage to it. Now there is a bit of a bombing run that does good work. But I would still say that overall the Wood Elves are getting the better trade here. This Flamespire Phoenix is getting destroyed, and if he routes, he won't be able to dodge. So these next few volleys should get a lot more damage on him. Yeah, oh, that's damage. Oh boy, that is damage. Look at that damage. How are the Shadow Warriors doing? They're all pretty healthy, but a dead Phoenix with no rebirth at the very start. Yikes. That is a huge advantage for the Wood Elves. Dryads are soaking up some of this fire from the Shadow Warriors, while the Glade Guards stand behind them and easily fire to wherever they want. Now the Cav is finally getting engaged. They're coming around. The Wood Elves have no cavalry to counter them. They only have infantry and archers, so this could get a little dangerous if there are some holes in the formation. Shadow Warriors are scrapping back. They're firing mostly into Dryads, it would seem, getting some hits on archers, but mostly hitting Dryads. These Illyrian Reavers are going to weave their way through and get on top of the Glade Guard with Hagbane tips, but it doesn't look like they'll do that much damage. It looks like most of the archers will get away free and clear, and it looks like those Illyrian Reavers will get dragged into the dust. Nice collapse here from Illyrian Reavers, both of them getting on top of this Glade Guard, and they will shut it down. Silver Helms and Dragon Princes, it looks like, have been held back until this moment, and now they come in. There is no infantry here at all to defend these archers, and they will plow straight into them. 2 Illyrian Reavers are routed off the back. 1 is going even deeper with some Silver Helms. And are these Dragon Princes? Dragon Princes, yes. I swear there's another unit of Silver Helms, and there they are. So the High Elves are doing their best to scrap back into this game a little bit. Dragon Princes taking a charge onto the Dryads. I wonder if it would have been better just to go and get into all these exposed archers rather than try to peel off your Shadow Warriors. If you just put them on skirmish mode, they can outrun the Dryads for days. Deathcaster up here throwing a little Spirit Leech down onto the Dryads, but its aspect of the Dread Knight will not be needed since there are no lost Sylvan Knights. Illyrian Reavers and Silver Helms are getting pushed off. by all these spearmen and the tree man. And I don't know if the High Elves can really drag this one back. There's just too much for them to kill. A lot of these archers are still very healthy, plenty of ammunition. You're pretty much down to one Silverhelm, one Dragon Prince, and some mostly out of ammo Shadow Warriors. This is looking pretty dicey. Ever noticed Dracula's son's name is the father's name spelled backwards? I noticed that embarrassingly late in, like, when I was watching Hellsing Ultimate, but yeah. Yeah, I did catch on to that. Alright, Dragon Princes are finally getting involved with the archers, but it looks like they're barely catching up. Like, just trying to waddle their way over here. And what's going to kill this tree man? Maybe all of the ammo from the rest of the archers, but clearly there's more going on than that. Silverhelms will rout off one unit of archers. Illyrian Reavers might get something done. Curious what their hope is. Dragon Princes, their flag is way back here, but most of their models are over here. And they have spearmen all over their ass. They're going to have a hard time getting out of there. Tree man comes in. He is going to peel off these Illyrian Reavers very easily. And the Dragon Princes are super wounded. And the High Elves are very far behind on the balance power at this point. Wood Elves are pretty good at holding against Cav, it would seem. Just a lot of spears. So these Dragon Princes, very low, and with a tree man coming, I don't think they're ITP, so they're probably just going to terror out. Yep, and now they're real routed. And that is about it. Shadow Warriors are almost melee combatants at this point. They're running out of ammunition. Archmage of Death is very low. No healing for her. This is probably it. Army losses coming in hot. Coming in room temperature. There they are. And we'll go 1-1. 1-1. Waystalkers about paid for themselves. Dryads just walked in a straight line. They did their job. Archers got decent value. Deepwood Scouts got great value. And Eternal Guard stood around. Shadow Walkers, or Shadow Warriors, had a really hard time getting their value. In the Cav, did okay, but there was just too much for them to deal with. And the Phoenix really died right away. That was unfortunate. All right, game 3. Game 3 between these mighty, fierce, impossibly talented champions. Anticity's... I think Enticity and Rubber Duck are streaming right now, which is a lot. Alright, map set. What are we on? Galbaraz. Okay. It's pretty open. How are we doing, stream? Speedruns are fun, dude. I used to speedrun Banjo and Kazooie. On the Xbox 360, I think I have the 400th fastest time in the world. And at one point, on one of the levels, I was 11th. Freezy Z Peak. Speedrunning is fun, it just takes a lot of time. Because I could beat the whole game in like 4 hours, but if you fucked up on the last level, that was 3.5 hours wasted. Ooh, what's the pick 3? Killer and You's thinking about his 3? And I wonder. I finally got caught up on some paperwork and forms I needed to fill out for board game stuff. Should I? No. Yes. No. Okay. Fine. Hey, Loopy's playing. Good for you, Loopy. We have a website mostly finished. while we wait for their pick 3. Website's mostly done for the board game launching soon. The factory said they would have it this week. Meaning that, the upcoming week. And then we would talk about shipping prices. So this 45 is a placeholder while I made the website. I don't know. I'm going to include the shipping cost in the price so you don't have to deal with that. But we have the book, we have the board game. Posted to the Discord and the YouTube there. But I'm hoping if this sells well, I can just focus on making board games because I have like 8 or 9 I want to make. Well, the beta's already made. I just need to order like parts for them and shit. But this is our most likely to be successful one, so we're starting with this. I'm hoping to do a tournament with Turin where the prize is like $500, but then halfway through he'll like stop and do a little tidbit for this. I was going to send him the game ahead of time and have him and Mrs. Turin play it. And then, then they can give you an honest review of it. Have you ever tried to tell a non-nerd about something like a speedrun leaderboard and they just look at you like a dope? It's because they don't get it. They don't get it. I may try and get one of those. I think your family would enjoy it. Hell yeah, dude. Well, the website's up right now, and I don't know how to put on there. Like, you can technically order it right now, and I don't know how to get it to not be up when I don't physically have the game in my hands. But whatever. I just figured not a lot of people would order it when I hadn't announced it yet, so it wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, my first introduction with speedruns was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. One of my brother's friends speedrunned it a bunch, and it was pretty fun. Hey, it's the Dark Elves. I mentioned Lord Baltimore liked those. I was worried he was not going to pick them and make me look like an asshole. Looks like Killer and you will go High Elves, because he had Bretonnia, High Elves, and Dark Elves ban Lizardmen. Dark Elves ban Bretonnia, so it's going to be a High Elf versus Dark Elf or Dark Elf mirror. And it looks like Killer and you just wants to go with High Elves. So we'll do that. I almost just announced what's behind the blocker, which would be bad. Bad, human boy. Don't do that. Blocker's there for a reason. Just checking to see how the other side of the bracket's doing. Looks like they're still fighting, which is fine. Uh-oh, I have 2 notifications all of a sudden. What's going on? Ah. I have received some replays that are important to the second part of the stream where we will cast the bronze finals. Yay. Yay. Alright, what's going on with this lobby again? That looks fine, that looks fine. Can you really have that many of those? I suppose I have time to check the rules. Fruit rules. Scroll down to High Elves. Oh, wow, you can. Okay. Cool. Lord Baltimore's ready. I'm excited. I've been really enjoying Dark Elves recently, so it's always cool for me to see what other people's builds are. Double Hydra has been doing well for me recently. People don't bring a ton of single entity pressure. Like, basic Skirmish Cav, yeah, and they try to poke down Marathi or some shit like that, but not enough to, like, take out a healing Hydra. Much less 2. Killer Inu's build is I'm trying to think, like, it seems like it wouldn't be very strong, but now I'm trying to think of what would beat it, and I guess it is strong, it's just weird. So for the High Elves, we have 5 Shadow Walkers, again. It looked like 2 White Lions, bunch of Spearmen, some Silvering Guard too. Spearmen, 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 there was a Silverin back there, Spearmen, Silverin, Silverin. So 3 Silverins, 5 Spearmen, 5 Shadow Walkers, 2 White Lions, and an Archmage of Metal in the sky with Plague of Rust and Searing Doom. So it's just all infantry. And that makes me think that, like, well, certainly this is counterable, but then I was thinking about it and I didn't know as much anymore. 4 Black Ark Corsairs for Lord Baltimore with Dread Spears mixed in. Looks like only 2 of them. Cold One Knights. Looks like 3 of those bad boys. 4 Scourge Runner Chariots. And Malekith. Wow, it's Malekith on his Velociraptor with Gaze of Malice, Soul Stealer, and Stand Your Ground. I'm honestly going to have to favor the High Elves. I think the Shadow Walkers, Shadow Warriors. Shadow Warriors will do well, I think, into this matchup. There's not a lot to stop them. Scourge Runner Chariots aren't amazing at taking out a lot of infantry. Cold One Knights would be if they could catch up to them, but I feel like they'll be too slow and get picked apart as they go. I do think Lord Baltimore is in trouble. Though, if you know anything about me, you know when I vote for someone, it usually goes the other way. Let's look at this the other way. Shadow Warriors. There's not a lot that can shut them down, but what can they do? They'll take apart these Black Ark Corsairs very nicely. They'll do a lot of damage to the Cold One Knights, but I guess this build could struggle with the Scourge Runner Chariots. I guess. I just think this many infantry is going to be hard to get through for this Dark Elf build. But we'll see if Lord Baltimore can do it. Oh, fuck. I yawned again. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Depending on how long my other stream was, I've been streaming for, like, what? 2.5, 3 hours today? I don't know. Something like that. We're still going. Lord Baltimore is advancing. Plague of Rust upgraded on his Black Ark Corsairs already, just so they can eat a giant volley from these Shadow Warriors and take about half health off them. That's roughly 300, 350 gold value already. Though, looks like the mage did overcast, so she took a little bit of damage that can't be healed. And another volley, and that Black Ark Corsair unit is entirely dead. That is a pretty big oof. Scourge Runners are trying to get involved. Ooh, a volley. I want to see. Oh, that does so much damage to Scourge Runners. Alright, yeah, this High Elf force is in a massive advantage state. If those Shadow Warriors can also do great damage to Scourge Runners, they're pretty fucked. I had some black tea this morning. I don't usually drink coffee. Oh, these Shadow Warriors, man, they're just going to carry. Oh, no. Malekith's trying to get involved. Scourge Runners are firing some shots to do what they can. But, oh, another just big Shadow Warrior volley. And even the Archmage of Metal getting involved, doing some great damage to Scourge Runners and routing them off. Oof. Then these Cold One Knights are trying to get involved, and a beautiful Gaze of Malice coming in. Does a good poke damage, but that was really nicely timed. 1 unit Spearman has already been routed. Ooh, White Lions sprinting into Cold One Knights. That was going to be pretty bad for the Cold One Knights. Malekith might want to drop like a Soul Stealer or something just to nuke them down. Ooh, especially like right here, you could hit like 5 units of infantry. That would be a good Soul Stealer. Other than that, Dark Elves are trying to get involved. And it looks like wherever they get involved, they are actually doing some good work. But it's just all these Shadow Warriors on the backfield. Scourge Runner Chariots are trying to run away from the Archmage of Metal. Malekith is holding on to them Soul Stealers. Looks like one's coming in here. Maybe it'll hit those White Lions. Nope, it doesn't hit the White Lions. They weren't in it enough. Cold One Knights are sprinting onto these Shadow Warriors, and White Lions are peeling away from the front line to try and come stop them, but it looks like they maybe will catch 1 Shadow Warrior. Maybe 2. Malekith's trying to bunk up some people, but he's only a single entity, so he doesn't really do Much of that. Cult of Knights, oof. Yeah, they are struggling against these Shadow Warriors with the White Lion support. They are not having a good time of it. Searing Doom does come down. It looks like it does more friendly fire damage than damage on the Black Ark Corsairs for the High Elves here. Now, can these Shadow Warriors actually get shut down? They're not bad melee combatants by any means, so it looks like they're trading okay. Malekith is still really trying to shut down all of these Shadow Warriors all by himself. But Murderous Mastery comes in. Maybe that can buff their stats enough to really help these Cold Knights shred through. And it looks like they're maybe doing just that. Scourge Runner Chariots are running down some of these guys. And another great Gaze of Malice. Malekith's really been doing well. Personally, I would like him to be a little more aggressive with the Soul Stealers. But overall, he has been doing well. See, that's the good shit. That's the delicious Soul Stealer action right there that we all came for. Look at that. Bam. That is some nice Soul Stealer-ing. You do have to follow the Shadow Warriors off the map. Make sure they actually get out of here. Don't come back and start messing with you. But the High Elves are falling really far behind. Cold Blood Knights getting on top of the Shadow Warriors like that did allow them to shut down a lot of these units. And it looks like those Shadow Warriors are rallying in the distance. With all these Shadow Warriors shut down, can the Druchii do it? There are still some Spearmen. Still some White Lions. It doesn't look like there's enough left in the High Elf tank. Shadow Warriors still have half ammo. Man, if they had gotten a couple more volleys off, that would have been brutal. But it doesn't look like they will. It looks like Lord Baltimore will probably potentially claim victory this day. It was looking risky in the early game. Especially that those first few volleys, one deleted an entire Black Ark Corsair, and then the next volley, like, took half health off a Scourge Runner. But they hung on, and Lord Baltimore clinches it. Killing Smalls is here. Chark should be banned for having an alt account. He should. He should. Because he's, the joke there is that Chark loves Shadow Warriors. And they all actually did really well. It was the rest of the infantry that didn't quite pay for itself. Silverins got messed up. Spearmen got messed up. Malekith got 1,100 value. Black Ark Corsairs did well, the ones that didn't get nuked. Coldwind Dread Knights did well. Scourge Runners did okay, but it was mostly just routing off things. And Lord Baltimore will advance. GG, good, sir. Alright, how are we doing? What's going on? AC Maiden and Altharian Shades are still playing. What these replays? Okay. Cool. So Maiden and Altharian Shades are still playing. I will ask them how they're doing. I will leave Lord Baltimore there and see if there's a lobby I can snipe. AC Maiden, still in a game. So you would assume they're doing just fine. I would ask Lord Baltimore if he wants to play a game just to entertain the stream, but he is actually in a serious tournament, so if he wants to take a break and rest his hands or like get a drink of water, I really shouldn't distract him, so I'll let him do his thing. Oh. AC Maiden and Altharian Chains are in a game. So the odds that I can start a quick battle, build an army, get in the game, and win the game, and the time it would take them to finish, is not very high. Imric has 6 quests? Good lord. What are these things? Enemy forces. Oh, okay. Sure. Lamerex the Frozen Breath. I have to beat him and his whole army. Alright, bet. Defeat the dragon and its allies. I'm sure it won't get any reinforcements of any kind. Taking the hill would be smart. That's not how we're gonna do this dance. What spells do I have? I have all the high magic spells. Perfect. You're on an eagle? Oh, okay, good. Imric's on a dragon. I was like, I swear to God. I have quite the air force here. Good lord. Okay. Okay, we can do this. 3 Phoenix Guard. Yo, this shit's gonna be easy, bro. Some spearmen. White lions on the flanks. We're ready. 5k value on an ice troll. Keep dreaming. I'm gonna win this. Win the dragon's challenge by defeating it and its allies. You got it. So they have no ranged pressure. I can just go own this guys. Oh, this lady's on foot. Okay. That's cool. What do I have here? Armor of Kalendor. Restores up to 1,000 hit points. Oh, God. Nice Tempest. Nice job. That was cool. If you're a wimp, kick his ass. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to click on anything. Get back up in the sky. Fire breath his ass. Roar! Wow. Wow! You guys suck at this. Alright, actually do throw skirmish mode on, because these trolls are going to kick your ass. Rumbling and roaring can be heard in the distance, drawing closer. That's not ideal. That's not ideal at all. Run! Oh god, run! Fuck. We are being flanked, my friends. Kick his ass. Kick his ass. Fiery Convocation! Eat my dick! Dragon Princess, come over here. Ah, we killed the enemy lord. Puff, 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 puff. Hey, hey, none of that. None of that. You knock it off. You guys seeing this? Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him in the face. Dragon Princes, go get some. There's more shit. I don't want to deal with this. Piercing bolts of burning, bound. I get a bound piercing bolts of burning. What the fuck? Ow! That giant is kicking my ass. Ow! That giant is kicking my ass. Stop him! Kill him! Why can't I click on him? Fuck you! Quit being dumb. Piercing bolts of burning, go. Himmer kicks ass, by the way. Alright, the giant's dead. There's a bunch of mammoths coming. Doesn't seem ideal. Right. You guys just start chasing stuff. I don't really care about any of you. Flying squad, go that way. Oh god, there's more mammoths. Phoenixes, chase off those skin wolves. Phoenix guard, go get them. I think we're doing okay though. Give Hand of Glory to my boys. This shit's easy, dude. Breath attack him. Breath attack him. Roar! Oh, that didn't do as well as I would have hoped. I think we're gonna win, though. I will even go so far as to do that. We win! Yay, we did it. Good job, Auto Quest Battle Army. Also, who messaged me? Renegade Moose. Accept. Yes. Were they for finals or semis? So many people. Hey, BBB's going live in 10 minutes too. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Hey, Logic's going live too. Enticity, Logic, BBB, myself, and yep, Enticity, Logic, myself, Rubber Duck of War. Everybody's going big. All right, let's see if our other finalist is ready yet. It sounds like, unless Altharian Shades and AC Maiden are done yet, I could go cast the Bronze Finals, 'cause it sounds like I got their replays. Bronze Final 1. Bronze Final 2. Bronze Final 3. Get jobs, you bums. No. Could you guys play after Human Boy's stream? When? Wait, when? Today? Today? I might have to... Oh, I might have to D&D after this, apparently. Okay. Hanging in there. And work is for suckers. I'm on vacation. Casting things on vacation as I do. Oh shit, where did I save those? Did I save those to my desktop? Yeah, those are on my desktop. Damn it. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. It's okay. Everybody's gonna be fine. Alright, there. I'll message Senior Baltimore. Gonna cast Bronze Finals while we wait. And then I need a blocker to not reveal to you what has been done. Make you big. Bigger! Yes. Very big. Alright. So we have the Phoenix King. This is the Bronze Finals. The gold is on hold while we wait for a semifinalist to emerge. We have the Renegade Moose versus the Phoenix King. More High Elf action. A lot of High Elves today. All right. You're going to see my rat porn. Ha! You wish. We have Dragon Princes, Illyrian Reavers. So 2 Illyrian Reavers, 2 Dragon Princes, 3 Rangers, 4 Illyrian Reaver Archers. It looks like Lariel the Radiant in the sky and an Arcane Phoenix for the Phoenix King. Interesting. And for the Beastmen of Renegade Moose, we have double Feral Manticore. 2 Centaurs are throwing axes. Looks like some basic Ungors and Gore Herds as the front line. Centaurs are great weapons. Tuskor Chariots, Bray Shaman of Wild, Torix the Brass Bull. So Chaos Warhounds without poison and Chaos Spawn. So very mixed Beastmen army. It looks like the High Elves are going to immediately charge the front line and try to get what little value they can before the fighting starts in earnest. But is that a Traitorkin coming down? That is a Traitorkin. It is not overcasted, so it won't do as much damage as potentially an overcast one would. And the Manticore is wrecking some shit on these Rangers. Now this is nice. A Star of Avalorn coming in to heal up the Illyrian Reavers and Dragon Princes in the middle of this big tussle. And actually the Beastmen are kind of getting fucked up in here. Centaur's great weapons are deeply regretting their decisions. Gore Herd and the Manticore are all very low, and these Illyrian Reaver Archers are doing very well. Arcane Phoenix is going to want to get away from Torix the Brass Bull, as are these Dragon Princes, and it looks like they'll just rear charge on this blob that is winning for them. And you can see everything that was here for the Beastmen took a bunch of damage and fucked off. The Cav beta charges are beautiful. Good. Good. Every tournament should be played on them. Every single one. Alright, Alarielle the Radiant is chilling up above. She has plenty of healing to give to more of her Dragon Princes. It looks like they're just trying to run down these Chaos Spawn, which they're very good at. They have anti-large and no armor piercing, so they're just fine, hunky-dory. High Elf Skirmish Corps is very alive. Their Rangers, 2 of their 3 are dead. The Dragon Princes are very beat up, but still can be healed a little bit. Alarielle and the Arcade Phoenix are fine, but as I say that, they're about to get rear charged by Torix the Brass Bull. Thankfully, some Dragon Princes get in his way and block him up a little bit. The second Manticore is diving in on top of the Arcane Phoenix, and Alarielle is pulling away. Bounce power is still very even. Slight advantage to the High Elves, but overall very, very even. Alright, Dragon Princes are running around. Torix is actually getting low on leadership. You don't see that very often. They might want to capitalize on that if they can. Over here, Aeolian Reavers are running off Tuskor Chariots and Gore Herds. Very nice stuff from the High Elves. But can they deal with the sheer amount of mass that the Beastmen still have left? Maybe. Chaos Warhounds are going to get a rear charge on Larry, but they won't do very much damage to these Dragon Princes. In fact, they won't do very much damage to anyone here besides Larry, who has only 30 armor. Everything else is too armored for them. Feral Manticore is taking a ton of damage, and these Dragon Princes, man, they're doing some great work, and a side charge from Aeolian Reavers is going to break those Chaos Warhounds most likely. Dogs are very low in leadership, although they might hold. Feral Manticore is breaking. Chaos Spawn are down to 2 whole models with 400 health between them. High Elves. 3 of their Skirmish Corps are still very much alive, and that could be a problem for the Beastmen. Larry's going to chase off a Manticore. Might go after this other wounded one. Don't know. Probably want to chase off that one. It has a decent amount of health. It could come back and be a real problem. Arcane Phoenix is running around, but it looks like, for once, the Beastmen have lost their mobile advantage, and the High Elves kind of run the show. Aeolian Reaver is going to get a melee charge onto these Centaurs with throwing axes, hitting them on the side, probably breaking them right off the edge of the map and bailing out their friends. But if this is an overcasted Traderkin, this could do a lot of damage. Ooh, just regular cast. I mean, they'll still do good damage, just not as much as overcast. Again, I've said that before, but still. Larry's finishing chasing off that Manticore. There are some Aeolian Reavers in the distance that need to be rallied. But there is a big old pile up here. Now, these Aeolian Reavers might break, but this Bray Shaman of Wilds is also getting his ass beat by the Arcane Phoenix at the moment, so he's also not enjoying his day. And Dragon Princes are running uphill, and those boys don't mess around at all. They should probably turn and get on top of that Bray Shaman of Wilds, but it doesn't look like they will. Instead, they get a nice rear charge, and this Ungor Spearman Herd also works. That will rout them, and again, the edge of the map is right there, so they should be fine. Larry has come back. She might want to dive those Chaos Warhounds and rout them off the map, but it doesn't look like she will. It does not look like she will. If anybody's wondering, like, man, the High Elves are white line camping, if you watch the state of the battle, the Beastmen chased them up here, and they just decided to fight here, but they were herded this way. They didn't start the game there and wait there or anything. And they are pulling away from the white line now. Arcane Phoenix is going to beat up this Manticore in the sky. Ooh, maybe even just kill it outright rather than walk it off the map. Yep, it dies. High Elves are now in the lead, and it looks like some Gore Herds and Ungor Spearman Herds will try to just get charged off the map really quick. Dragon Prince is doing a lot of damage to them, breaking them most likely. Aeolian Reaver Archers firing the last of their shots into the Centaurs, it looks like. Not finishing off that last Chaos Spawn. Doesn't feel like they need to. Almost full health unit of Rangers way over there. They will definitely want to come get involved in this fight. As the Arcane Phoenix uses its little tornado thing to do a bit of damage to the Gore Herds, not a ton. And another Traderkin comes in on top of these Aeolian Reavers and Dragon Princes. That does a lot of damage to them and might even take them out. So it's pretty much Larry, Arcane Phoenix, and these Rangers versus the world at this point. Everything else is quite wounded. Arcane Phoenix trying to get a couple blows on the Bray Shaman of the Wild, but this could be a huge mistake as Torix gets in here, and there are Centaurs behind it that could trap it in if they get into melee, but it looks like they still have skirmish mode on, and they will run away. The Aeolian Reavers charge in to try and just lower the leadership on this area, but Star of Avalorn comes down and is going to heal up the Arcane Phoenix quite a lot. And Rangers are down here to party. These Centaurs that could have been used to block in stuff are now running away. They probably would have just run away anyway. They would be rear charged. Torix the Brass Bull is trying his very best to fight, but his fire damage is reduced by that Arcane Phoenix. It has big old fire resist that I can't get to right now, but let's just assume it's a lot. Torx is running on to leadership. Army losses will come in, and the High Elves will get a victory. Whew! That was a lot. That was a fast-paced game. 2,000 value on one of the Dragon Princes, 1,100 on the other. Illyrian Reaver Archers all roughly paid for themselves, except for this one that got crumped, and the Arcane Phoenix did a lot of routing. Taurus was just running around trying to find a fight, and he really couldn't. Brave Shaman of Wilds got great value on Traderkins. Gore Herds and Ungore Herds got largely beat up, except for that one. Tuskar Chariots had a tough time. Throwing Axes actually did really well, and Manticores, one did well, one didn't, and Chaos Spawn died. Alright. So fucked up without a blocker, but game 2 is between the Phoenix King and Renegade Moose. Phoenix King on the Dark Elves, Renegade Moose on the High Elves. A lot of High Elves today. A lot of High Elves today. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Alright. Who's messaging me? What's going on? Okay, cool. I am apparently casting D&D after this now. So we have the Siren of Red Ruin. We have 2 Scourge Runner Chariots. It looks like 3 Cold One Knights, some Dread Spears, Sorceress of Shadow, Lokir Fellheart on foot. And that is a ballsy play. For the High Elves, we have an Arcane Phoenix that tries to get... Ooh, and we have Blades of the Blood Queen. Didn't really notice them. Tries to get its Vortex down, but misses just slightly. 2 Skirmish Cav, some Silver Helms, more Silver Helms. Silver Helms across the way. We have some Spearmen, Silvering Guard, White Lions of Crace, all mixed in with a Light Mage and a Princess on an Eagle and an Arcane Phoenix. Alright. High Elves doing High Elf stuff. These Cold One Knights are going to get a great charge on these Illyrian Reaver Archers, and they are going to take a lot of damage from that. Pit of Shades coming in on top of some of these High Elf units, doing some good damage to them. And we can see already Silver Helms getting crumped a little bit. Illyrian Reaver Archers having a tough time against Scourge Runners and Cold One Knights. Though the Arcane Phoenix is trying to peel off these Scourge Runners and do a lot of damage there. Looks like we do have a regrowth onto these White Lions. I don't hate that decision. They have 50 models left. They have plenty of healing they could get. And Lokir is running around, kind of a menace. There's nothing really here that can fight him one-on-one at all. Siren of Red Ruin is chilling, doing fine. Cold One Knights get a rear charge on these Illyrian Reavers. They're going to have to run away. And those Illyrian Reavers are running away from those other Cold One Knights. Very early lead to the Dark Elves. They are pushing up. And I see High Elves doing well. Well, you said that is an inopportune time, my friend. As the Princess gets back from this guy away from Lokir, and she's going to try to get some shots up. Water is great. For the High Elves, we have the Phoenix and the Eagle. Everything else is looking a little tattered. We do have a Life Mage. We still have some Silver in, it looks like. Silver and a half-health unit of White Lions. For the Dark Elves, man, we have a lot of Cav, Chaff, full health Sorcerer, full health Lokir. And the mighty, the impossibly tanky, the invincible Siren of Red Ruin. That is a Princess on a Griffin. Renegade Moose is a Mad Lad. She has taken a lot of damage for all of her efforts, though. Dark Elves are trying to sweep up one side of the battle. I think that's another Pit of Shades coming in. That'll do a decent amount of damage to all these Cav. Tried to angle it in a way that it wouldn't hit his own Cold One Knights. That means it'll do less damage to the Cav, but if he finds his Cold One Knights more valuable than the Silver Helms or the Illyrian Reaper Archers, that's fine, which I tend to agree. Ooh, and a beautiful Dark Elf rear charge coming in is really going to just fuck up this whole situation. And we're already pretty much down to the Princess, the Mage, and the Arcane Phoenix. Nothing else here really has a lot of carry potential. The Princess is very low from Scourge Runners and the Siren, everything shooting at this whole game. Really nice rear charge from the Mage of Life. That is a good use. One mistake I find myself making frequently is just, if I have a Mage, I treat them as squishy, so I'm like, well, they can't do anything, but they can get some rear charges down. Now, that being said, you do have to be careful, and when Lokir gets close, you need to get going. And he will get one good hit. If he gets a second good hit on her, she is definitely going to break. He does. She breaks. And I am a prophet. Siren of Red Ruin just blasting away some cavalry. That's pretty funny to watch. I love Medusas. I just wish they were better. Scourge Runners are firing at the Mage of Life, who is very low. Princess is almost heal-capped, and her Mage is running away. Arcane Phoenix dives in on top of the Siren of Red Ruin, but I don't think... Yes, Roosevelt Samurai, this is This is an old scoreboard. You're right. I missed it. This was the Phoenix King versus Renegade Moose, and Renegade Moose is down 0-1. The Princess might rout off. White Lions desperately fighting against all odds, and Lokir's just running around killing things. Scourge Runners are shooting up at the Princess. She is going to die. Hargonath Executioners running around, still decently healthy. Oh, and Siren of Red Ruin getting an underbelly shot. Very nice stuff there. Dark Elves, the High Elves are getting a bit of a resurgence on the balance of power, but the Siren of Red Ruin sniping the Lord, and then Scourge Runners getting great hits onto the Mage of Life. I am curious to see what your value was in the end, good lady. High Elves are in mass retreat, and the Arcane Phoenix is the last man standing. And he will be whittled down. There. Rip Princess. It was a good try, Renegade Moose. It was a good try. People really appreciate. Wow, only 630 value. That's disappointing. I thought she did great. Oh, the Scourge Runners got all the value. People in the chat loved your princess. Cold Knights, mixed value, but overall good. Spearman held. Blades of the Blood Queen actually did really well. Lokir and his mage did great. Princess, about 1,000 value. Mage, it's a life mage. She's not going to get her value back. Silverans have been struggling today. The White Lions also struggled, which is odd. The Silver Helms did okay. Skirmish Cav did fine, and the Arcane Phoenix tried desperately to carry. So the bronze finals for this week will go to the Phoenix King, but I have not seen much of Renegade Moose, so it is cool to see them on the stream. I love seeing new faces. That was pretty fun. The first game, the Beastman High Elf game, was super close. The second game wasn't as close, but it was very silly. Very memey. Well, it's hard to tell who was meming and who wasn't. Howdy. I miss anything fun? So now we're moving on to the finals of the other thing. I'll throw this up. I will shrink it a little bit. There we go. And it kind of, its little like wings go up above so you can see the people's names, but not too bad. Also, Lord Baltimore is still in the same spot, so let's go. 0. And I believe this is a best of 5. Okay. 0. ODM, AC, Maiden. And how are we doing on fitting? Not great. We'll have ODM versus AIMA, so everybody knows the clan's involved. Then we'll do AC Maid. And we have AIMA Lord Balti. Okay. Cool, cool. 0-0, best of 5. Let's do this. Apparently I'm playing D&D in 2 hours, I guess. I love how I don't get asked about this. I get told what's happening. I'm the DM, man. You think I would have some control over this. All right. So ranked champions 11, gold and silver. Lord Baltimore versus AC Maiden. Lizardmen versus... oh. Okay, Lizardmen versus Greenskins. I was very confused. Because I didn't realize I was hovering over AC Maiden. I, for some reason, just assumed since Lord Baltimore is the host, I was hovering over him. And the army I saw, Lord Baltimore says, ready when you are. And then I'm looking at this roster. And I saw just a lord, a hero, and 1 infantry unit. And I'm like, bullshit, you're ready. But I was looking at the wrong guy. The joys of making mistakes. The joys of making mistakes. Blatty is back. Lord Blatty. Roosevelt Samuel, how do you know Lord Balti? I'm guessing you are some sort of AIMA member. I'm suspicious of you. Did anybody watch the Cathay video? Mine or the official one? And if so, what did you think? People keep telling me to like do shorter videos or reaction videos. I'm like, but everyone does reaction videos. There's too many of them. You don't need mine. They're like, nah, do yours. Yours would be great. I'm like, okay. And then I do them and their viewership just sucks. It's like, this is why I don't usually do them. I think other people do them better. That, and I just fill mine with jokes because I can't take it too seriously. I don't know. I get hyped about like patch stuff. I get hyped about like really hyped trailers, but the Cathay trailers so far have been a little... This one was a little better than the last one. But they're like hype, but they're not crazy. Like nothing's that unexpected, I guess. It's like their lords, you know, in the first one, it was like I'm supposed to... If you know what, if you liked it, you liked the first trailer for Cathay, good for you. You're allowed to do that, but I'm also allowed to have my opinion. When people were telling me to react to the first Cathay trailer, it was like, okay, what are the big moments? They have hot air balloons. That's pretty hype. They have spearmen. All right. Yeah, a lot of factions have spearmen. I'm not that shocked they have spearmen. They had a fireworks cannon. That was cool. And then they had a lord that turns into a dragon. And I'm like, all right. We have 1 million dragons in the game. It's cool, but it's not. I'm not like shitting my pants. And I didn't want to make a video that was just like, I think this is neat. I'm not shitting my pants, but I think this is neat. Now this newer one was cool. Got to see a little bit more. Got to see some of the lords up close. Got to see some cooler units on the chaos side. Chokunus, which are sweet. Those are the Chinese craftsmen, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Got to see the giant do some more cool stuff, but other than that, I don't know. It's good. It's good stuff. Hey, we're into game 1. Let's do this. Oh, that's right. I was going to check something. Back. Your videos. Yes, I know we're doing stuff. All right, so that was 2.5 hours of a replay stream. And now this has been going for 1.5 hours. So I've streamed 4 hours today. And I now got to do D&D after this shit. Roosevelt Samurai, I think I get around that problem. My reaction is not very forced. It is. I just took a meme approach to it because that's the only way I could really do it seriously, is just like having some fun. Dragons! Anyway, if you don't know that reference, go watch the video. Okie dokie. So for AC Maiden, we have Lord Mazdamundi on Zlak. We have a Saurus Scar Veteran on a Velociraptor. Bestow on with a Revivification Crystal. Yes! More Revivification Crystals, please! They're so good! They're so good! I love Revivification Crystals. They're so awesome. We have 2 Pterodon Riders, neither of which is the ROR. We have 2 units of Chameleon Skinks. One is way over there. And then a front line of Saurus and Red-Crested Skinks, including the cohort of Sotek Unbreakable, Unkillable, Mad Lad Machines. On the other side, we have, for Lord Baltimore, 4 Goblins, Night Goblin ROR, Grommapunch, Orc-Boar Chariots, Giant River Troll Hag, 4 Stone Trolls. It looks like we have some Vanguarded Forest Goblin Spider Riders, and I'm guessing there are more over here. More over here. Lovely, lovely... something that rhymes with lovely. Let's go! AC Maiden is ready. Greenskins are not just yet. And the greenskins are outnumbered by lizardmen. That could be a problem. Stone Trolls will beat up the dinosaurs if they can get on top of them, but I think all these Javelins, Chameleon Skinks, and Pterodons will be a pretty big problem for those Stone Trolls if the Skirmish Cav don't kill them all. And here we go. And here we go. Chameleon Skinks and Pterodons trading a little bit with some Skirmish Cav. That usually goes pretty well for Chameleon Skinks. They're kind of one of the best light skirmish units in the game. By light, I mean, you know, not like Wave Watchers or something. Just basic, cheap enough skirmishers. And they're doing so much damage to those Forest Goblins over there already, actually. Stone Trolls are pushing up. Looks like the Lizardmen and AC Maiden aren't really in a rush to force anything. They're just chilling. I mean, they're winning the skirmish trade, so leave it alone. Just keep winning. These Chameleon Skinks are taking, like, no damage. Oh, boy. Chameleon Skinks got a price increase, and their poison... I mean, poison in general was nerfed, and they're still one of the most annoying units in the game to me. They're just really good. Here they get charged, but it looks like other Skinks will be able to run up and intercept a bit, and it looks like with a rear charge from Pterodons and a frontal charge from the Revivification Crystal, there's going to be some terror routes and maybe even natural routes coming here. And that could be pretty bad for Mr. Lord Baltimore if they get chased off somehow. That could be tough. Ooh, a net coming in here to keep Grom the Punch and these Orc Boar Chariots down. I would not focus Grom. I would definitely hit these Orc Boar Chariots because Grom's just going to walk away and regen. We all know that. So it could be beneficial to hit the Orc Boar Chariots and actually take off some models. Skinks in the back are throwing Javelins at the Skirmish Cav, doing very well. Unfortunately, a Banishment goes a little wide on the front line. That pushed further than the Lizardmen thought. But they do have refused to die on these red-crested Skinks who are fighting back. Now their Pterodons need to get in here and do some rock drops, rout off the Goblins, leave the Stone Trolls all by themselves. Skirmish Cav are getting pushed away. Saurus Scar Veteran is running in here. These Orc Boar Chariots are taking a ton of damage like we mentioned. Grom is largely fine. So hopefully the attentions are getting focused on the Orc Boar Chariots. Now here comes a big problem, is a whole bunch of Spear Infantry and Stone Trolls coming in to support Grom the Paunch. Orc Boar Chariots are going to try to pull away. They're going to rear charge these Skink cohorts with Javelins and try to get them off the map. Looks like Chameleon Skinks and Jav Skinks are chasing, a little over-chasing in my opinion, off in the distance, but a Ruination of Cities coming down. If it gets some good curves, it could do great damage, and instead it does okay damage. It didn't get everything I wanted out of it, but it did fine. Some Terrors coming in for the Goblins. No, Wob will keep them in it. Immune to Psychology. Very nice. The backline of the Lizardmen has been utterly destroyed. The Stone Troll Blob is coming for blood, and Mazdamundi is actually just about to be surrounded. And this could be a terrible, terrible place for him to be at the moment. In general, the Lizardmen just lost way too much too quickly. Plaque of Dominion comes down from the Saurus Scar Vet to try and rout off some things. But as long as Grom the Paunch is nearby, he gives ITP, doesn't he? Where is he? Is he in there? Yeah, he's in here, so nothing's going to terror out, which is pretty bad for the Lizardmen. If those rock drops haven't been used, they should get in here now and use them just on this big cluster. It looks like they are getting moved into position. Alright, decent rock drop. Hit some of their own red-crested Skinks, so I wish it had been a little bit more centralized, personally. But it is looking a little bleak for the Lizardmen. Mazdamundi is getting whittled down. Saurus Scar Veteran is healthy, but aside from that, there's just some skirmishers. There's just a Revivification Crystal that is super low on leadership. And that could be the end of that. Could be. Trying to think if there's any way for Lizardmen to really bring this back. Ooh, if Mazda routes, it's 100% over. Alright, he's rallying a little bit. Good, good. Big old blob of Stone Trolls, though. They're beating the crap out of the Saurus Scar Veteran. And a Spirit Leech even comes in with a Mither, so he can't run. Mazdamundi goes negative for just a brief second. Man, if that breaks a second... Ooh, Banishment comes in. I don't think it does a lot of damage to Stone Trolls, but hey, it's still a nice cast. It's doing something. Doing its best. Red Crested Skinks have officially died off, though. Still done with Revivification Crystal. Still hanging in there. Lizardmen have very tough leadership, but there's just nothing on this map that can kill all those Stone Trolls. Maz is getting shot in the back. He's getting beat up as he stands. Harmonic Convergence on himself to make himself a better duelist. Bastildon with a Revivification Crystal is trying to come in here for a rear charge. Another Plaque of Dominion comes down, lowering the leadership of all these things. And some Stone Trolls are getting close to breaking, but as long as Grom the Paunch is here, they won't fucking tear her out because he's annoying. God forbid that ability be on cooldown and recharge if in melee or whatever. But Tyrion's Sunfang has to go on cooldown and only recharge in melee, but not the permanent ITP of Grom the Punch. Anyway, Lord Mazdamundi is very low. Army losses will come in, and that'll be the first game to Lord Baltimore and AIMA. Ideas for Lizardmen to counter Greenskins? Generally, it's a pretty good matchup for them. Stone Trolls were a little tough. I would have to think on that for a little bit. I mean, it's easier when I'm in control and I can build an army and look at it. Here I can't. Mazdamundi's Horse Scarvet. Probably a Skink Oracle. Pterodons weren't able to do too terribly much. Skink Oracle, some Coldwind Spear Riders instead of the Saurus. A few less jab skinks. Yeah. It's tough. Alright, blocker. And that goes to Lord Balti. Brutal build, well played, wasn't ready for that. Neither was I. A lot of trolls. And we're on to game 2. Double Ancient Stegodon can be good for lizards. I'll believe you even if you're a liar, Bomar. A liar. Yes, AC made a new pick now, so... Alright, what's going on? Do I need to be doing anything? I don't think I do. Shagarth's Strand is the map. That's the snow map, I think. Stretch. Lord Baltimore, what will you do? Can you possibly take down the might of ODM? Is it possible? For anybody who doesn't know, AC Maiden and Bomar were huge helpers in getting the Anticity ladder back up and running in the new form you currently know it as. So shout outs to them. Claps, please. Smiley faces, whatever you want to do. Show some appreciation for the people that have put in a fuck ton of effort. I was also a decent part of helping get stuff going, but I mostly hosted events and shit, like the bounties and stuff like that. They did a lot of the artwork and the organizing and the ranks and stuff, and they did math. I didn't do math. I just yelled really loud at a microphone for a while. Wood Elves for AC Maiden, banning Bretonia and Chaos. And we get Tomb Kings. Isn't this matchup terrible for Tomb Kings? I seem to remember this being very bad for Tomb Kings. Because you go Deepwood Scouts... Not even. You go Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts. Dryads will hold the front line for 20.5 years. A lot of Wood Elf Cavs better than Tomb King's Cav. If your Lord gets sniped, that's game over usually for Tomb Kings, and Wood Elves are maybe the best Lord sniping faction in the whole game. Yeah, I don't think this one's great for Tomb Kings. We'll see. I don't know the matchup super well, so maybe Lord Baltimore. Oh, fuck. Has some good plans. Why am I yawning so much? Don't you yawn if your brain's low on oxygen? Maybe I should open a window. Maybe the bullshit I constantly spew is filling up this room and I'm slowly suffocating to death. AMA. Well, Mantis, sir, I want to produce, like, am I not allowed to produce an AIMA, or do I have to do AMA? Because I like throwing the I in there. Mantis. Head Mantis, you silly MacGuffin. Wait a second. Okay. Okay. The AIMA lads are not all in their voice chat supporting Lord Baltimore. Looks like they're here trying to support him. Which is good. They are a very, very rapidly growing clan that I think will be quite powerful going into Game 3. Yeah. A lot of new players, a lot of them getting better, and they aren't sick of the game, so they aren't burned out. Tomb King's Chariots and Catapults can really be annoying in this match. You just have to keep an eye on Arkin. Hidden or on the move. Sounds like saying EA letter. AI me. Oh yeah, I can't open a window that air conditioning's on because it's strangely hot for September for now. What is the weather like today? What are we doing? Hey, it's supposed to rain later. That's exciting. It's been dry as shit. 82 degrees today. 70 tomorrow. Okay. I accept this weather report. Uh-oh. Grace, snap me. What's going on?
Okay, here we go. Who is Bob Belcher? What is Bob Belcher? Where is Bob Belcher?
Okay,
Why is Bob Belcher?
they're not going to ask questions like that, ever.
No, yeah.
And you're waving a knife in my face, which is making me nervous.
You rattle. Good.
I think Grace is watching Bob's Burgers and sent me a clip. All right. Thank you, Grace. Thank you for that clip. You've been around since Rome 2? Yeah, I know that the clan's been around for a while, but you guys have been growing a lot recently. Tons of new members. Shogunek's new. Lord Baltimore's new. He's not new to the game, but he's new to your clan. Cuden's new. Damn it. Who else is new? Mantis is there. I don't know if he's new, because it's you talking to me. Tien's there. He's not new. King of the Den's there. He's not new. Fuck. Anyway, you get the point. Alright, game 2. Let's do this. No, wrong thing. I moved the wrong thing. There we go. What elves? More elves, dude. It has been Elf City today. Ugh. Both streams have just been elves, elves, elves. No Skaven. We haven't seen... Wait, hold on. We haven't seen any Skaven all day. In 4 hours and 15 minutes of streaming, I have not seen a single Skaven game, and I am upset. I am upset. What the... Oh, okay. All right. Contain your rage. Contain your rage. You're going to get through this. We have some Skeleton Warriors backed up by Tomb Guard. 1 Screaming Skull Catapult. Looks like some Nekar Horsemen in the woods. Yup, Nekar Horsemen in the woods. It looks like 4 Skeleton Horse Archers, 2 Shopty Great Bow, 1 of which is the Chosen of the Gods. Nope, both are just regular. No spread shot here. Cut it to Tien. Yeah, Tien's been working his ass off to do some recruiting. Ark in the Black, Spirit Legion, Fate of Buna. Alright. I wonder if Fate of Buna is for the Lost Sylvan Knights or what that's for. Don't know. We'll see. And for the Wood Elves of AC Maiden. Blade Riders of Spears. Dryads. Glade Guard of Starfire Shafts. Glade Guard. Wait, only 1 Starfire Shaft? Huh. More Glade Riders of Spears in the back and on the far side. And then in the very back field we have Eternal Guard and War Dancers with Azrai Spears. For the Lord, we have the Glade Lord with Prey of Enoth Rainbow and Arrow of Kurnos. Waystalker, we have an Arrow of Kurnos. We have a Shadows, well, Branch Wraith. She's a little Shadow symbol, but she's actually mixed. She has Earthblood and Pendulum. Very nice. I don't know about Pendulum versus Tomb Kings. They are in nice orderly lines, but they don't have anything that's super armored, so you don't really need Pendulum for it. But then I don't know what they would take to really clear out stuff. I guess it's fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Alright, the Elves advance. The Tomb King Skirmish Cav does its best to hang in there. It's not taking the best of some of these trades already. And Arrows of Kurnos are going to try to shut down Screaming Skull Catapult. They do destroy one model. The second cast destroys a second model. It's down to one Screaming Skull Catapult. And that is very nice for them. Tomb Kings are trying to press their superior cavalry up around the Wood Elf lines, though there are tons of spearmen and archers to support. Now the archers, it seems like AC Maiden really wants to get on top of these Ushapti Great Bows with them, so it looks like he's going to press forward anyway, but if he wanted to, he could stop and just shoot and get some free damage on those horsemen. It looks like the surround will continue. And Dryads are going to run straight into Skeleton Warriors. They will win that. They have physical resist and better stats overall. Now on the backside, Nehekar Horsemen are charging onto Glade Riders with spears, and it looks like they will get a good first push onto them. One unit of Skeleton Warriors is instantly disintegrated by Glade Guard Starfire Shafts and a Pendulum. Backfield, Tomb Kings roughly own it, but there's plenty of Elves in the back line to defend it. So I don't know if they care if they lose that much. The Wood Elves are getting on to the Ushapti Great Bows at last, doing a lot of damage, as you can see, with their first couple volleys, taking out those Ushapti Great Bows very effectively. And Arkin the Black is even forced into the front line, fighting with a Waystalker, who probably has better stats than him. Yeah, she does. Somehow he really hasn't taken any damage yet, even though she's been clubbing him and has better stats, but whatever. This should take out the last catapult. It does. So there are no more catapults to harass them. The only other ranged presser left are these Ushapti Great Bows, which are currently getting rear charged by spears and shot by arrows. If the Wood Elves can secure some of their archer lines and just surround them with spears, they will be okay now after taking out almost all the ranged presser. But a summoned Ushapti Great Bow, regular Ushapti does appear, and Fate of Buna comes down onto the War Dancers, the Azrai Spears. That is going to do a lot of damage to them, and they're a pretty elite unit. Pendulum comes in to take out some more Skeleton Warriors and Tomb Guard. That is a decent cast, but those Dryads are still probably going to rout, and Arkin actually manages to beat up this Waystalker in combat. I really have no idea how that happened, but good for you, Arkin. Does look like the Tomb Kings are pulling a little bit ahead. I am curious how the balance of power will reflect once that Ushapti summon is gone. But I'm so shocked that this Waystalker lost in combat. Arkin has 450 weapon strength. She has 360. I guess that's, well, 325. I guess that's true, but she does have slightly better stats. It's just weird. It's weird she lost that badly. Glade Riser Spears could rear charge back on these Ushapti Great Bows, but they didn't really trade that well last time. And it looks like the back line getting run over by Nehekar Horsemen is coming back to bite the Elves. A lot of their spears are just not able to get between the horse and danger. All of their bows have been shut down pretty effectively, and these Eternal Guard are still quite healthy, but with nothing to carry them, what are they protecting? And Arkin does finish off the Waystalker. The Wood Elves are very far behind in the balance of power now. The Glady is running, and those Skeleton Horse Archers can carry her off, and that'll actually be a surprise victory for the Tomb Kings. I thought the way the game was going was very Wood Elf favored until all of a sudden their Waystalker and Lord died. That's been pretty rough. Eternal Guard and the Glade Riders are going to get on top of the Ushapti Great Bows. It looks like this Branch Wraith will kill off the Screaming Skull Catapults crew, but that might not be enough to get this game back for him. Wounded Nehekar Horsemen, Tomb Guard very healthy, Nehekar Horsemen, Skirmish Cab all over the place, and Arkin is very healthy. I don't know if what else could carry this. Where are their Azrai Spears? There they are. And they're pretty wounded from that Fate of Buna. I'm thinking AIMA might go up 2-0. I'm thinking. Wood Elves are not the faction that can just win through bumping and grinding with infantry, as we all know. They are very fragile. So in the end game, when all you have left is a couple spearmen, they're not going to do very well. 15 armor on those War Dancers, 40 on the Eternal Guard, so they're just not going to really cut it. Bradtraith getting Spirit Leech, try to chase down the Zuhappy Greatbow, and they're going to turn around and even try to shoot, it looks like. And Arkan beating up a Branch Wraith in melee combat too. Now this one he actually does have better stats, but still that is a little surprising. Arkan's strangely the best combatant here, I guess. Ooh, and a skeleton summon on top of these Glade Riders is going to be pretty much the end of this. If these Ushaptis can find anything to shoot at. Looks like they're going to shoot some War Dancers. And the Tomb Kings are just aiming for army losses at this point. They know it's over, they just don't want to wait here. Alright, now there's some good trading coming back. Eternal Guard and the Branch Wraith are trading well into Arkan the Black, who has to pop the Liber Mortis on this whole area and protect himself a little bit. One more Spirit Leech and that lady's going to break, and if she breaks, so will the entire Wood Elf army. She breaks, and immediately the rest of the Wood Elf army does as well. GG, well played. Tomb King Strong. $500 for her, $1,200 for Branch Wraith, $500 for the Waystalker. Ooh, War Dancer's only got 180. Glade Guard didn't get to shoot a whole lot. And Glade Riders were just trying to block. Arkan got 1,600 value. Tomb Guard did fine. Nahakar Horseman did well. So did the bows. All 8 of the cav did really well. And the Ushapti Great Bows and Screaming Skull Catapults struggled. I mean, one of them got 1,100-ish, but that just barely pays for itself. Okay. Lord Baltimore is up 2-0. Can he do it? We will see. There's no Skaven today, huh? That's sad. Last map, well, not the last map, but game 3 out of 5. Match point for Lord Baltimore is going to be on Carrick Asgal. And I believe Lord Baltimore gets the pick. They're picking. They're picking. Oh, boy. Throw it in there. I've been listening to a lot of these brittle YouTube videos recently. Some are good, some are bad. Alright. Right screen while they think about their lives.
One of the top chefs from Pasta Palace has been kidnapped by operatives from Burger Bazaar, hoping to learn the location of their secret sauce recipe. Little do they know that a third party, Sausage Saloon, has sent you to take advantage of the situation. As their top spy, your skills range from infiltration and
why is my head so fucked up?
to safe cracking and reading faces for signs of deception. You've tracked the captors to where they're holding the chef prisoner. From your hiding spot, you can see him on the other side of the glass, while in front of you, an interrogator wearing headphones speaks into a microphone. We already know the recipe is on the 13th floor of the bank vault in a safe deposit box numbered between 13 and 1300. Now tell us, is the number less than 500? You can't hear the chef's answer, but you can see that he's lying. The interrogator, however, falls for it. He follows up by asking, is it a perfect square? Again, you can't hear the answer, but can tell the chef is lying, while the interrogator takes him at his word. He then asks, is it a perfect cube? This time, the chef answers truthfully. The interrogator thinks for a minute and says, good, now if you just tell me whether or not the number's second digit is a 1, we'll be done here. But as the chef starts to answer, the interrogator stands up, blocking your view. Within moments, he rushes out of the room, on the right one, and retreats.
I hate numbers questions. I don't give a shit.
100. We'd have 4 options, as it's nice. You the truth.
512.
First, the
Yay.
chef's
I do like puzzles like that in general, though. Okay, and this is his army from the last game. Boom. I like the logic ones more than the math ones. Math ones suck. Like, there was one I really liked about, oh, what's the puzzle type? I used to play a ton of them in high school. It's where you get, like 10 hints, and you have to, it's a grid puzzle. Grid puzzles are super cool. I mean, in a nerdy way, but I love grid puzzles. Math puzzles suck. I'm trying to think. Logic puzzles are interesting. It usually depends on the subject material. Beastmen. Okay. So Lord Baltimore's going his beloved Dark Elves, banning Greenskins and Bretonia. Maiden goes Beastmen. Now, I thought, after watching Ice Power a couple times, that this matchup was extremely Dark Elf favored, but I guess, like, everyone else disagrees with me and thinks it's heavily Beastmen favored, so I guess I don't know. Scourge Runners and Marathi seem pretty strong against the Beastmen. Double Manticore is good against the Beastmen. I don't know. And if they try to go double Manticore, Marathi and your double Manticore could beat them with a ton of debuffs in the sky. So I guess I just don't see how the Beastmen are so good against Dark Elves, but I guess we'll find out here. That's an interesting build. I guess we'll see what it was. He's still modifying some stuff. I wish I could pop over and see what Lord Baltimore's building. Because if it's a standard Marathi, 2 Manticores, 3 Scourge Runners, and then a bunch of chaff with 1 or 2 Dark Shards, then I think he has a pretty good shot in this game. Don't really need a bolt through our Beastmen, they're just going to sprint at you. Don't really need Dark Riders or repeater crossbows, because Centaurs, I think, are maybe faster than them. If they're not faster than them, then they're just going to match your speed all game and chase after you. So I don't think repeater crossbows are a good idea. Oh, boy. It's been a long stream today. How did I do a 7-hour stream before? Because after 4.5, I'm dying. My voice is dying. Who's messaging me on Discord? What do you want? Oh, it's Swarf. I got you, Chief. Sorry, helping Swarv with a Skaven build. on his furnace for mortis engine. Slaves and clan rats to fill. 2 poison globes. There. Okay. End of the game. Got to take the blocker down. Swarv has been assisted with his build. So we have Morga the Shadow Gave, a Gorbel double Manticore in the sky. We have a Bray Shaman of Wilds with Traderkin, Bray Scream, and Vile Tide, it looks like. Or is that the Cygor summon? Hey, chill out. Nope, that's Devolve and Bray Scream. Got it. Tuskor Chariot, then some Centaurs, some Chaos Warhounds of Poison, more Centaurs, and the Sons of Goro, Centaurs ROR. We have a Gore Herd, and we have 3 Ungor Spearman Herds, so not a lot of infantry at all. On the other side, for the Dark Elves, we have Dark Riders, 3 Scourge Runners, 2 Manticores, Marathi, more Dark Riders, and a bunch of chaff with some Witch Elves in the back. So pretty much what I thought was coming. I feel like a prophet today. And who is pinging me now? Okay. Other D&D stuff, that's not my problem at the moment. And Maiden is saying good luck, have fun. So my vote is on the Dark Elves because I literally just said that I think if they take this build, they'll do very well. And I am ready to be wrong. Let's do this. Whee! Though I do think Marathi Double Manticore is going to bully the other Double Manticore in the sky easily enough, then they'll have their free reign to cycle charge and do whatever they want. Soul Stealers will be very good against Centaurs if they ever get engaged with anything, and otherwise Scourge Runners will just poke everything of value down. Alright, Scourge Runners start teeing off. Looks like they're trying to shoot the Tuskors, but get some accidental kills on Gores. And, ooh, they're even going to just charge some Ungor Spearman herds. Not afraid at all. Maybe they should be. A little overambitious. Tuskor Chariots and Centaurs are going to chase them down. And these guys are a little mucked up in Ungor Spearman herds. They will get collapsed upon, and that could be a big loss. Marathi Double Manticore is trying to fight this one other Manticore. And it looks like Devolve? No, a Traderkin coming down to lower their speed. But Traderkin does not do a lot of damage against single entities in any sense of the word. Scourge Runners are trying to get away. It looks like some Dark Riders have been pulled in to save them, but a rear charge from the Sons of Goros is going to take out a lot of these Dark Riders. Though there's what I was talking about. Marathi Double Manticore can whoop on the Manticore in the sky because it only has 20-24 stats, and its counterparts have 40-34. There is a Soul Stealer coming in here. Nice big blob, all going to get hit by it. That is a beautiful Soul Stealer cast. And it looks like the Scourge Runners got out at the sacrifice of both of those units of Dark Riders. So overall, a decent trade for the Dark Elves. And they are going to rear charge. They're just going to fight this other Manticore? Nope, they pull away. And more Dark Riders are being sacrificed to the Dark Gods. Interesting for that one. I maybe would have pulled them back, had infantry move up instead. Oh well. One Chaos Spawn summon comes out, the involuntary one, takes out one of the Dark Riders that was almost dead. That's a pretty good trade for the Dark Elves because at least the Chaos Spawn will start to run out before any real fighting happens. Terror Rots are coming in on anything that gets close to here, and Scourge Runner Chariots are even going to come in for a bit of a rear charge, it looks like. Now Centaurs are plowing into Dread Spears, who are running up to try and help Marathi. And Marathi has to get out of here. She actually might get penned in pretty bad. I think that's another Traderkin coming in, it looks like. It is another Traderkin, lowering the speed of Marathi and doing some damage to some of her support. But again, it doesn't do that much damage to single entities, so I'm curious why it's being cast on them so aggressively. What is that? Wand of Crydon tries to hit the moving Bray Shaman Wilds, but doesn't do very much. And a beautiful, big, gigantic Soul Stealer coming in, trying to heal Marathi up out of this mess, though she is going to rout. She takes a bunch more damage from the Gorbel, and it looks like the Dark Elves are having a really hard time getting her out of here. And she is getting absolutely worked on. Both Manticores are rampaging. A Summon Manticore comes in, and the Gorbel is beating the shit out of Marathi. She will probably die in this exchange. Yes, she does. Without Marathi, this all of a sudden gets a lot tougher for the Dark Elves. Now, their Manticores are getting very close to breaking, but the summons of the Chaos Spawn and the Feral Manticore will eventually go away, so the Beastmen are slightly ahead on the balance of power, but we'll see after all those summons fade. Scourge Runners are very healthy and running around, and the Beastmen forces outside of the summons are very tattered. Very, very, very tattered. And it's been a while since I've heard anybody talk about it, but, you know, Beastmen being a summon faction, yada yada, they'll take a big lead on the balance of power, then fall behind. Dark Elves are still just trying to fight their way through this, honestly. They got off 2 big Soul Stealers, which can be good enough for them. And it looks like the Witch Elves are going to rampage a Gorbull back into the fight. I don't think he minds being there particularly much. So these Chaos Spawn are very injured. Still here, still a summon. This Feral Manticore is also a summon, still here, chilling. And the Dark Elves are behind on the balance of power, but I still really want to see it when these Manticores fade. Someday. Possibly. Tusker Chariots chasing around Scourge Runners. There's a big blob of Dark Elf infantry that if they get Traitor Kinded, they're all going to die. Centaur's coming in, and yeah. It's looking pretty tough. Oh yeah, that's not a summon Manticore. That's just the other Manticore that was still around. Got it. My bad. Oh, Vile. That's a Brace Scream. Brace Scream comes in. That's going to kill a lot of the Dark Elf infantry, and now they're looking pretty doomed. Pretty doomed indeed. Witch Elves didn't do as well as I thought. Gorbull's still very healthy. Morgar's okay, and he can regen up. They still have the Brace Shaman of Wilds. And it's pretty much just 3 Scourge Runners versus the world. Alright. Morathi getting completely gooned out does change the course of events there. A little bit. Scourge Runners are still trying their best, but they don't really have enough ammo to kill the Gorbull and Morgar and the Brace Shaman. So I think that's about it. They have routed off that Manticore for like the 100th and 150th time, so maybe that thing will shatter someday. Can the Dark Elves do this? No. Every shot they fire from their Scourge Runners lowers their balance of power because they're just not shooting anything that worthwhile. What's rallying? That Manticore's back again. When does army losses hit? I'm guessing after that fires its last shot. Does it? Does it? Fire your last shot. Prove the prophecy to be true. Do it. Do it. Oh, they still have 1 technically. Alright. You fired your last shot. Quick, army losses. Aw, sad. Still going. There's army losses. Just took a little bit. Dark Elves have been defeated by the Beastmen. Clearly it's an unwinnable matchup, and it's not just Morathi getting gooned out in the middle of a giant fuck pile. Dark Riders all died for the great cause. Scourge Runners did excellently. Manticores did very well. Witch Elves did okay. Morathi did okay before she died. And Dread Spears just did their holding job until they died. Gorbull got 1,700 value. That's pretty insane. Shaman also got a good amount. Centaurs did struggle a little bit. And the Beastmen Manticores also struggled a little bit. GG, well played. AC Maiden putting a point on the board. 1-2. He still has to win the next 2 games in a row to do it, but it's easier than winning 3 games in a row. Next map is Altdorf. Game 4. What has Baltimore played? Tomb Kings, Dark Elves, and Greenskins. Tomb Kings, Dark Elves, and Greenskins. Maidens played Lizardmen, Beastmen, and Wood Elves. Okay. Uh, there. Just in case that helps them at all. I do have a blocker up, right? Yep. AC Maiden striking back. What's the game 5 pick ban for this tournament? Okay, it looks like best of 5 is the same as best of 3. I suppose not, but I don't remember the bans, and I wasn't here game 1. Game 1, I came in and they'd already picked Lizardmen and Greenskins. So, I don't know what their bans were. Oh, knowing Maiden, probably going to see some Chaos or High Elves would be my guess for the two factions. And he's first pick, so I'm guessing Chaos or High Elves. Chaos is a stronger first pick. But we'll see. Because Chaos doesn't like Dark Elves, but Dark Elves have already been played. So that saves you a ban there. Hey, I was right. High Elves. Let's go. I'm not always a goddamn idiot. Just usually. High Elves ban Beastman Skaven. Lord Baltimore also plays High Elves. He could go for the High Elf mirror. Otherwise, he could go Brett. Bretonia's a good counter into High Elves if you know how to play it. So my money's on High Elves or Brett. Show me Brett. But as we mentioned, even more elves. A lot of elves today. Elfie, elf, elf, elf. How many elves can we get in one stream? Apparently a lot. Still no Skaven. The most Skaven I've seen is on the ban list. They got banned one time. It's right in front of you. That's all the Skaven we're ever going to see. Oh, why is my faction not popular anymore? No one plays them. God damn it. 2 elves. Again. No, not more wood elves. Not more high elves. Oh, stupid elves. Taking over my stream. I'm so tempted to go back and just like take a tally of elves versus literally every other faction and see how many games I've watched today of elves being elves with their elvishness. I'm upset. Who do I want to win? Probably AC Maidens. We go to game 5. Yeah. Probably AC Maidens. We go to game 5. So let's go High Elves. Also, I like High Elves more than Wood Elves. So let's go High Elves. Yay! And then in game 5, whoever picks Skaven is going to win the game. Scavino. Are Skaven the least popular faction right now? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think who's played less than Skaven. I don't even know if Norska's played less than Skaven, because some people like to meme with Norska. I think it's between Skaven, Dwarves... Skaven, Dwarves, Norska, and Coast are like definitely the bottom 4 play rate wise. I'm not talking about strength. I'm talking about play rate. I see more Coast, I feel, than the other 3 on that list. I see more Norska than Dwarves or Skaven. I have not seen a lot of Dwarves recently. Between Dwarves and Skaven, I have to think Skaven are less common than Dwarves. I still see Dwarves more than the rats. You were looking at Logic's Shortbeard stats and Skaven had no plays? What, am I just a dying breed? I mean, my YouTube channel's dying, but I didn't think also my favorite race would be dying. I mean, I guess this one I shouldn't say my YouTube channel's dying, because I am streaming against Enticity, Rubber Duck, and Logic, but... Damn. Oh wait, Logic isn't streaming. Rubber Duck was streaming. Enticity's still going. He has 58 watching him. 58 and I have 8. This is very comparable. We are comparable streamers. I remember Enticity was talking to me at one point about like being a small, he's a small streamer, and I'm like, I don't think so. 1.65k subscribers.
Full HP.
All right, Enticity, you're not a small streamer. You lied. Oh, well, that's funny. All right. Main said BRB. Threw up a ready and left. I gotta say right now, I don't like his build. Versus Wood Elves, I don't like this build at all. I get the idea behind it, I just don't think it'll work. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm accepting being wrong, but without knowing what the Wood Elf build is, this looks very easy to abuse. Why don't people like Skaven? To continue down that logic. I guess it's because Skaven are not great right now. They're not the worst faction, but they're not great. So if you're not already good at Skaven, they can be very hard to get wins on. They're low leadership, so any mistakes are kind of punished. Like, Skaven slaves, yeah, fuck them, but like, if something you need gets caught, it's going to break really quickly, and then it's not coming back. A lot of their lords don't feel ideal at the moment. The Grey Seer just works because he's, you know, tanky. But everybody else is kind of struggling. I don't know. People hate Skaven. That's all I could say. Alright, the build from the High Elves that I didn't particularly believe in is 3 Silver Guard, 2 Spearmen. It looks like a couple Lothern Sea Guard. Silverin, Spearmen, Silverin, Spearmen, Silverin. 4 Lothern Sea Guard with shields. And then 2 Dragon Princes, Noble, and Alariel the Radiant on horse. I like the shielded infantry idea. I do. I just worry that there isn't enough stopping power. For Lord Baltimore on the Wood Elves, he's positioning a bunch of stuff that's going to slip past me, so let's just wait for him to do that. Noble, what do you have? You have the missile resist thing, and that's about it. Larry has Tempest, Earthblood, and Foz Protection, and Star of Avalorn. Yeah, I don't think there's enough damage on this High Elf roster. I think it's like tanky, but doesn't deals damage back. On the other side, we have 4 Glade Guard, 2 with Hagbane tips, some without. Then we have Deepwood Scouts, looks like 3 of them. We have a Waystalker, more Eternal Guard, Glade Riders with Spears. So it looks like there's some Eternal Guard on the flanks, Dryads in the center. We have Eternal Guard in the woods with a Waystalker and an Ancient Tree Man. So it's just still positioning the army. It hasn't been fully set in stone yet. But the Ancient Tree Man's back. Dwellers Below, Earthblood, and Regrowth. Alright, we're ready for Game 4. Match point to the Wood Elf player, Lord Baltimore. Can he clench it out, or will we be going to Game 5? Find out now on this episode of Dragon Ball Z. Haha. I think one thing that also turns people off about Skaven is there's only one way to play them right now, which kind of sucks. Is just Poison Wind has to carry you over the front, over the finish line. Everything else they have has been nerfed too much. Either passively through like frenzy nerfs, or directly through like the Brood Horror and Skaven Slave nerfs. It's just. I'm not saying they weren't overpowered. It just sucks when a faction gets nerfed so much that it has no alternative playstyles, and it's like, hey, you can nerf stuff that's good and buff stuff that sucks. You can do that at the same time, and most games are just like, no, we can't. Overwatch, League of Legends, this game. Every competitive game I've been a part of is just like, we must nerf and only nerf and wait and see what happens. God forbid we try and buff at the same time as nerf so a character isn't instantly deleted from the game. Alright, Deepwood Scouts are trying to shoot these Lothern Sea Guards with shields. It looks like even when they're hitting, they're not doing a lot of damage though, so they might want to fall back pretty soon from Lord Baltimore. They are not winning this yet until they get their Glade Guard involved. Deepwood Scouts are falling back a little bit. Firing through the trees means some of their arrows are getting caught up in the wood. But it looks like some of their stuff's landing. That is an ambitious Dwellers Below cast. That is a lot of mana on a predictive attack on Silver and Guard who have magic resist of all things. That was bold. I think that use of magic might come to hurt him in the late game when he's out of healing. But we'll see. High Elves are advancing slowly through the woods, trying to get up to the Wood Elves. And the Wood Elves are just firing some of their arrows for free into these shielded units. Now, that's half health off of Spearman unit, but they use a lot of ammo for it. And now we get to the Glade Guard, the real carries of this matchup, because while they're cheaper, they also just have more ammo and more stopping power, it feels like. A lot of the time. Yeah, now you can see the good damage coming in. Spearman units are getting middled down. Lothern Sea Guard finally get to trade back in Deepwood Scouts and haven't killed any models yet, but they'll get there if you give them the time. Other than that, we are watching archers shoot each other. That is the whole thing. Malverde hiding in their mountain. Kelligar, I don't know where dwarves are, dude. I don't see a lot of dwarves recently. Malverde, you changed your picture. Alright, Spearmen are largely about to break, and now they're getting rear charged by Dryads, so they will definitely break, and the Ancient Tree Men will turn around and maybe go help fight the Silver and Guard. Don't really know. Dryads do magic damage, which doesn't do anything against Silver and Guard because they have magic resist, so that is not ideal. Dragon Princes have tried to take the flank, but it looks like there were some Spearmen and trees waiting for them there, so instead they're going to rear charge Dryads, which is, on the surface, a good choice, but I think overall a bad choice, because now their shields are facing the wrong way, and Deepwood Scouts and Archers are going to ping them. You can see immediately they turn around, trying to avoid that fate. Ancient Tree Man is fighting Larry and a Noble and some Lothern Sea Guard. He is very tanky, but as we saw earlier, there was a Dwellers Below cast in the middle of the field, and it was dodged, so he doesn't have as much mana to heal himself. You will want to be a little careful there. Now, Larry is a little out of sorts. She is in front of a bunch of archers who are shooting at her, and a Waystalker who can get excellent poke in. And she's on her horse, so she'll take a lot of damage when archers actually shoot at her. The Wood Elf backline is very secure, just firing pretty freely in. Dragon Princes are trying to sneak through the front line where there are no spears to stop them, but it looks like instead of going after all these archers, they will turn and try to fight the Tree Man. I don't love that choice. He has 110 armor. He can be very resistant to Dragon Prince attacks. They don't have fire damage. They have fire resistance. But teach their own. I mean, they seem to be doing okay. Tree Man is close to breaking, and the Dragon Princess might just get out here and get on top of all these Deepwood scouts now. Larry is very low. She might break. Her healing cap is well within sight, but now we can see Dragon Princes are here. These Glade Riders need to be pulled up and peel them off as they get on top of some of the Wood Elf archers. Wood Elf archers have to be free and shooting if they're going to carry this day. Wood Elves are slightly ahead on the balance of power. I tend to agree with that. As we can see, the Dragon Princes, even when they get on top of just archers with some spearmen poking at them on their backs and a bunch of other archers shooting them, they are having a bad time, and if they break, these Glade Riders with spears will definitely carry them off the map. Noble gets a little overextended. Now he's fighting a Tree Man and a Waystalker all by himself, and Tree Men just don't miss. He only has 42 melee attack, but they like hit every attack I'm watching them for, which is pretty insane. There we go. He misses 2 in a row finally. And the Noble does have 84 melee defense, so you'd hope he misses a few. But he turns around and smacks Larry, just proving again how strong the tree peoples are between Durthu and them. Torx the Brass Bull, hello! Why are people all of a sudden joining my stream? What's happening? I'm used to being the unpopular stream. Go away. Actually, don't go away. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. This ancient tree man is very, very injured. I'm sure he'd love to have a regrowth right now. Oh, if only the winds of magic favored you a little bit more, my friend. Wood Elf archers are still firing in, doing lots and lots of damage. This Noble is routing, but the Tree Man is staying and fighting for now. Dragon Princes have been chased off the map on one side. It looks like the other Dragon Princes are very injured, but still here. Lothern Seaguard are doing good on ammo, but their health is a little limited. Arrows of Kurnos coming on Larry the Radiant. Her healing cap is pretty much here, and honestly, so is the Noble's, which is a little concerning. Earthblood on the Ancient Tree Man. He's going to want to pull back and just stand in the forest for extra mana regen. And just hang out there. I don't know if he actually has that equipped on him, but still, hiding in the forest isn't a bad idea. Ooh, Glade Rider Spears, frontal charging Lothern Seaguard with shields is not going to do a lot of damage there, but it will stop them from shooting the Ancient Tree Man, so maybe it was worth it. All these Wood Elf infantry in the back are still firing, still largely free and clear, though they are running very slowly out of ammunition. The Wood Elves do, however, take a slightly larger lead on the balance of power. Dragon Prince is taking a little bit more damage. Larry very low and heal capped. Noble coming back. And he is also quite low. Tree Man taking a lot of damage. Please retreat. Don't die. Don't die on me. Dryad's gonna kill some Northern Seaguard. Another Earthblood coming in. Nice stuff for the Tree Man. He definitely needs that health. And archers are firing the last little bits of their ammunition into this big old blob. If they run out of ammo, what can happen? Not a lot. The Wood Elves don't really have anything left for melee carry. You can see the High Elves are pulling ahead on the balance of power just because of healing and ammunition. Oh boy. What can the Wood Elves do? Chase. They need to chase off anything they manage to rout because they can't just stand and kill it. I am being pinged. What am I being pinged for? Is it important? Alright, Logic's streaming on Twitch. Everybody's streaming on Twitch now. Okay. Cool. Anyway, back to this. Waystalkers are about out of ammo. Glade Guard are about out of ammo. Deepwood Scouts in the far corner have a little bit of ammo, but only 19 models. Wonder what they're waiting for. Larry is very, very low. I wonder if this Waystalker's been shooting her this whole time. High Elves are breaking a little bit. This Noble at half health. That's all the health he gets for the rest of the game. Deepwood Scouts are firing in on some breaking Lothern Seaguard, just trying to get a little bit of poke damage there. And the Ancient Tree Man's coming in, though this is very ballsy. I mean, you have all these archers back here, still with a bit of ammo. Should probably use that. Don't charge it there, please don't die. It looks like he's trying to get a terror route, but it seems just risky. It seems very risky, and he's going to pull out. I'd only do that when you're entirely out of ammo. Until you're out of ammo, might as well use it. What are all these guys doing? What's going on? Why are you taking a fight without your archers? No! No, where are they going? I'm upset! Earthblood coming in for the High Elves. Noble is heal capped, so he doesn't get any of that, but they're healing the rest. Dragon Princes are very low. And the Wood Elves are forming a final stand back here, but they sacrificed, I don't know why they threw the Waystalker into the Wolves if they knew they were going to regroup back here. I get throwing one or two things, but it just seems like a lot to me. Deepwood Scouts are trying to fight Silver and Guard. Silver and Guard are kicking their ass. And I don't know. I don't know about this. Loudon Sea Guard are firing the last of their ammunition into the tree, man. That's going okay. Archers are trying to shoot single entities, but the Noble is largely dodging them. I wouldn't do that again. Maybe with the 19 model Deepwood Scouts you can do that, but otherwise you really need to be focusing. And that's a good focus shot. That is nice. Take out some Dragon Princes. Maybe try to take out Larry a little bit, but you also just need to be poking down all these chaff units. More arrows fly in, deleting the Dragon Princes and routing them off, which is very nice. Archers have a bit of ammo left. What are you shooting at? Can this Noble dodge? Yes, he can. It's so risky to just fire a bunch of ammo at a single target like that in the late game when he can be microed so effectively. High Elves looking pretty favored. High Elves looking pretty favored. This Waystalker's back. The other Waystalker's full health, but the Tree Man taking a big old blast to the face. If he has any magic, he's going to want to cast it now, which he does. He gets some healing back. And having a large terror-causing monster in the late game is very important. He does take another volley from these Loudon Sea Guard, who are barely still alive in this. Deepwood Scouts will want to fire at Larry. Hope they can catch her not paying attention and finish her off. The Waystalker, or I keep wanting to say Durthy, but this Ancient Tree Man should go after the Noble and do what damage he can to him. Yeah, that's a good hit. He's taking a bunch of arrow fire. Gets another good hit. Tree Men just like don't miss. They just don't miss. And he dies before his next hit can get off. But he did a lot of work on that Noble in the meantime. Now the Lord Dying debuff is almost breaking this Waystalker. It does break a couple Wood Elf units, and that could be critical in this game. Deepwood Scouts are charging in to fight Lothern Seaguard and Fisticuffs, but there is a full health Waystalker here. If she can kill the Noble or some of these Deepwood Scouts that have been chilling in the back, fuck, they routed. Alright. Never mind, they can't do shit. Another Earthblood. There's so many healing capped elves. This Waystalker needs to turn around and fight this Noble. Needs to kill him off, but it looks like the Wood Elves will lose and the High Elves will hang on with everything heal capped in their entire roster. Jeezy Pete's. If healing had a value, I want to see what Larry's would be, but it doesn't. And that's that. 2-2. Let's go. All right, we've seen Wood Elves and High Elves from Maiden. We've seen Dark Elves and Wood Elves from Lord Baltimore. We're almost out of Elves, and in my 5 hours of streaming, I am really tired of seeing Elves. Please don't do this to me in the last game. Noble got 1,800 value. Larry really didn't get any, but she was just healing up stuff. Ancient Tree Man got 1,300. Waystalker 1 got 2,000. Waystalker 2 got 1,100. Deepwood Scouts really struggled to get their value in this matchup. Glade Guard all did really well. Dryads, well, some of them did okay. Trunk Guard did great. I'm starting to wonder what the Deepwood Scouts are. I keep seeing them, and I'm not feeling it so far. All right, last game. So pick 3 time. And what did we have? Baltimore has played Greenskins, Tomb Kings, Dark Elves, Wood Elves. And Maiden has played High Elves, Wood Elves, Lizardmen, Beastmen. And dude, for High Elf mains hating High Elves right now and think they all suck, High Elves are like one of the most common factions I'm seeing these days. Hey Enticity, what up, dude? What up, dude? How'd your stream go? Good? I hope. I have to update the scoreboard to indicate that it is game 5. Boom. Oops. Nope, not a 5. 2. Boom, boom, 2-2. Thanks for casting. I gotta run do some gardening, so you have a good one. You too, buddy. You too. Take care out there. What's the last map? Map's Eschen. Okay. So out of 8 factions so far, we've had 4 elves. I swear to God, if this last match is Dark Elves from Maiden versus High Elves from Lord Baltimore, I'm going to snap my kneecaps and go home. Watch out for the gnomes. There are no gnomes. Well, good, Enticity. Good. We already cast the bronze games over here while we were waiting for the finals to get set up for the gold games, so we're doing this. God damn it! There's Dark Elves! No! No! Ban them! Ban the Dark Elves, please! Ban the Dark Elves! Lord Baltimore, you know what you have to do! I can't cast more elves, I'm too weak! Yeah. I think you can in last game. Okay, let me check. Tiebreaker. And bans a faction. I don't see anywhere that you can. I don't see it explicitly in challenge. That's how it usually is on End Ladder. So we can do that. Banning dwarves. Dark Elves, Brett, and Greenskins banning dwarves. He might have just banned dwarves because he doesn't want to see it. He might have just banned dwarves because he knows it hasn't been banned yet. But I don't think that was an ideal ban because Greenskins and Dark Elves are good against dwarves. So if he like banned Dark Elves and goes dwarves, you can still go Greenskins. So, but that might have just been an ease of access ban. Well, now with Cav fixed tiles have a chance. Yes, more elves. Yeah. Unlimited power, dude. So many elves. I've also been playing a lot of high elves and dark elves, so I guess I'm not helping anything, but like casting, it's just I've had to say the words elves so many times. Lord Baltimore, don't do it. No, don't pick your high elves. Oh, if he picks high elves, he's gonna... No! 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 Wait, he can't pick high elves. Can he? Can he? Damn it! He's gonna pick high elves and ban Bretonia, and then Maiden's gonna pick dark elves. No! Don't do this to me! Please! Yes! No lizards! And he bans dark elves! Yes! Ah, goody. Oh, no more elves. That's it. That's it. We're done. It's Bretonia or Greenskins. Both are bad against lizards, but Greenskins are slightly better than Bretonia. And they actually played this matchup already in game 1, but the other way around. Lord Baltimore was the Greenskins, and he slapped AC Maiden's lizards. So I'll be curious to see how that plays out. Waiting to see what AC Maiden will do. Now, there's always the mind games of, like, taking Greenskins into Lizardmen and then just copying the Greenskin build from game 1 that beat you. And then you're like, well, does he have a way of beating it? Does he know it's coming? If he knows it's coming and he, like, hard counters it, you could be in trouble. I don't know. Oh, poor Kelgar Ironfist. Let me check builds. Alright, Maiden's checking some builds. Blowing up the Greenskins first. How long have we been streaming today? About 5 hours and 15 minutes. So at the end of this, we'll do it for 5.5 hours. And then I have to go shout at a bunch of RGK members about D&D stuff, and that'll be awesome. That'll be great. We all love doing that. Oh boy. What have I done to myself on my days off? What am I going to do tonight? I was going to go for a bike ride at some point. I don't know. I'll see if I can delay the RTK people. Phoenix King, no one likes dwarves. Phoenix King. I used to like dwarves. I actually haven't liked dwarves as much recently. Also, Phoenix King, congratulations on winning the bronze tournament, my friend. Everyone, let's give it up to Phoenix King. Give him some claps, give him some love. I will try to find an appropriate emoji. That one. Smiling face with hearts. Let's put up a poll. Is Phoenix King a Chad for winning bronze? Yes, no. Brett, in the honor of the Cav Beta. Oh, Lord. Brett versus Lizardman. I actually have a build for this, but it's like 50-50 at best. And if you have a build for something that makes it 50-50 at best, it's not a good matchup. So we were talking about it in my Brett interview with ODM Saphir, but he likes, and I agree, I like a couple Pegasus Knights here to run down Pterodons and get them out of the sky, and then you have a bunch of Peasant Bowmen, a couple Questing Knights on the ground, King Lewin to fight big dinosaurs with a Paladin, and then a Mage of Life on the ground. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. 20 people here. That is like double what we had before Enticity stopped streaming, so I'm guessing that we are getting some of the people from that stream. That's good. You voted no. Why would you vote no against the Phoenix King? He's a nice man. He just killed a couple dwarves, that's all. Alright, I'm ending the poll. It's official. 75% of this entire chat voted that the Phoenix King is a Chad. Literally everyone voted. There was so many votes. Okay. We got this. One more game. One more game. They are too small and not allowed to vote. Size does not indicate whether or not you can vote, Mr. Phoenix King, sir. AC Maiden's tweaking this build a bit, but he did load one up, so he clearly had one ready. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I am curious what Lord Baltimore has in store for us as we go to Game 5. ODM versus AIMA Clanmore. For all the marbles, the loser of this game has to dissolve their entire clan. Or something. I didn't really read the rules. I'm winging it. No, it's not true. This is an Anticity tournament, and I believe the winner gets a $10 Steam gift card. Better than being pointlessly tall. Is any race really tall? Ogres, I guess, but aside from that. Phoenix King, you're playing Bannerlord right now? Why? Are you playing Vlandia? If you're not playing Vlandia, I'm going to be pissed. Vlandia is the only right choice in that whole game. All of the empires suck. The Norse suck. The Irish and their hills aren't ideal. I forget what the Arabian kingdoms are called, but pass. And the Mongolians, I think the Kyrgyz, is that what they're called? They like always won back when I was playing the beta. So then I got a bad taste in my mouth for them. So Vlandia is the only way. Vlandia is just pretty much Bretonnia, so I don't know why you wouldn't want to play it. Bannerlord Warhammer mod needs Torox. I could agree. That would be fun to be Torox running around. You're playing multiplayer. Oh yeah, I forgot. Turn and stream that a couple times. It exists. I largely forgot it existed. Is Bannerlord still in beta, or is it actually out? I forget. Sounds like Grace is fighting with the dog again. Alright, Blocker, come here. You're done for the day. We're all caught up. It crashed in the menu screen. Yay! The menu's as far as you wanted to get. So this is not Saphir's build. We have the Defenders of Fleur-de-Lis, Knights Errant with Frenzy. We have Knights of the Realm on one side. We have the Knights of the Lion-Hearted, Knights of the Realm with magic damage on the other side. 4 Peasant Bowmen, 1 with Pox Arrows, I believe. The others, 2 with Pox Arrows. Others are fine. We have 2 Foot Squires, 1 Beast Slayers of Baston. I swear I saw 2 Foot Squires in here. Because I know the Beast Slayers are an ROR, but I thought I saw 2 regulars. There they are. 2 Foot Squires, some Spearmen at Arms, some Peasant Mobs mixed in. We have 1 Field Trebuchet, Damsel of Life on the ground with Regrowth and Earthblood, King Lewin in the sky, and 2 Mounted Yeoman Archers I thought I saw. Thought I saw the ROR. I guess just a regular. Alright, 1 Mounted Yeoman. On the other side, we have the Thunderous One. Ancient Stegadon. We have Lord Mazdamundi on Zlak as well. We have 3 Jav Skinks, Star Chamber Guardians, Temple Guard. Other than that, we have Saurus Spears, Saurus Shields with Maces, and Saurus Spears. So a bunch of Saurus, a couple of big dinosaurs, some Javelins. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good way to do this. Looks like some Defenders of Fleur-de-Lis are deployed in the backfield to try and watch for Chameleon Skinks or Chameleon Stalkers. Not a bad idea. Especially knowing that Lizardmen, even if they bring cavalry, are slow as dirt, so you can probably get back to your main line before they even get to you. I think the Lizards will probably win, but I think it's gonna be close because I really like the Bretonnian build against what the Lizards brought. But I still think the Lizards win. The Thunderous One. What's special about you again? Random lightning strikes in melee combat. Okay. Interesting. For Mazdamundi, we have Net, Harmonic Convergence, and Apotheosis. And we are on to game 5. Let's do this! The winner gets all the marbles. Maiden's going to look for any Chameleon Stalkers that aren't there. For honor, for the lady. They don't see anything. They will probably come back to their main lines very soon. And now the Saurus walk. Trebuchet is good against like a Temple Guard box, but against like a more aggressive Lizardman build, I don't think it's going to get its value in time. And everything here is shielded. Even the Jav Skinks are shielded. So these Mounted Yeomen aren't really going to get what value they want. And the Peasant Bowmen are going to struggle. I mean, maybe they can get Focus Fire onto someone and get some good damage, but it's not looking like it at the moment. So what can Bretonnia do against such reckless dinosaurs? It looks like just shoot them a lot and really hope something pans out for you. But it's not looking ideal at the moment. That's a lot of arrows. I mean, they're getting some damage in. Knights of the Realm do get side charged by Mazdamundi and immediately regret it. Also, with all these javelins flying in, they're having a bad time. And it looks like Ruination of Cities is coming down underneath this Stegadon with very bad RNG, not really helping them out at all. But it looks like in the end they didn't really need it. Saurus collide with Peasant Mobs. They will cut through them pretty quickly. And the Thunderous One lets out a mighty roar of lightning. Peasant Mobs and Peasant Bowmen are collapsing all over. Bretonnia is in mass retreat, and they're just now getting some of their knights on the flank to try and get involved. Knights of Lionhearted charge in, but there is a Shield the Old Ones down to protect them, and Lewin is even in there as well. They are getting some good damage down, though. I'm betting the Sword of Corone is down? No Sword of Corone. There it is. Sword of Corone now. Looks like it might be a little late as the Knights of Lionhearted are down to 1/3 HP. And they will be running. Peasant Bowmen trying to get over there and get involved, but they're getting awfully close to danger with this side of theirs is in a lot of trouble. Ooh, and a good banishment coming down. Can the peasants dodge? It looks like they try to, and it'll get a little bit of damage. Ooh, these peasants are running into it. Okay, it gets good damage. Good for them. Some healing coming in. Defenders of Fleur-de-Lis do rear charge these Saurus, but Saurus are tanky lads. Foot Squires are trading up against Star Chamber Guardians, honestly, and doing well there, but there are just so many Lizardmen coming. So many. Peasant Archers are going to run yet again, and Lewin charges in here to try and get some good routes. He does have Terror, and none of these are ITP, so maybe he can Terror out off these Saurus. Maybe. Ooh, that's bad. This Damsel of Life is caught. Maybe she should be netted. I wouldn't hate casting a net on her right now just to make sure you get her. And wow, she gets like 3-shot by those Stegodons. Okay, that is a big loss for Bretonia. Saurus are pushing forward, killing a bunch of peasants, doing great. Lewin is still desperately trying to rout off anything, and he finally gets a Terror out after rear charging the Saurus Warriors with shields. But look at how well those guys traded against Knights Errant. Ouch. With some Javelin support, they did quite well. And the Thunderous One charges in here. They do miss King Lewin, but they get everything else. And the Bretonians are just already out of juice. They are fresh out of gas. They have Lewin, and that's it. Everything else on this map is tattered as fuck. Can AC Maiden pull it back somehow? It doesn't seem particularly likely, but I believe in miracles. Defenders of Fleur-de-Lis come back. They're going to try to help Lewin chase off some Skin Cohorts and Saurus Warriors. Peasants are trying to rally in the far fields. These Slayers of Bastogne can maybe bail out these Peasant Bowmen with Pox arrows. Maybe. Knights are getting ground down by Saurus with spears on the side. And the Thunderous Shun is trying to push off like 5 units of peasants all into the ether. Ooh, the Skin Cohorts, the Javelins do chase the Peasant Bowmen with Pox arrows, and they are routing. Will they rally before that end line? Not looking super likely. Oh, maybe they will. They took a diagonal. Yeah, they'll come back. They'll come back. But all these peasants aren't. Look at them all, leaving the battlefield. Balance power is going further and further. The Lizards. Beast Slayers of Bastogne are actually not trading that amazingly with these Skin Cohorts of Javelins. Alright. Ooh, a rear charge onto some more Peasant Archers, and they might shatter. They've been routed a lot. Yeah, they shattered. Now, Lewin and his troop did clear up that side pretty effectively, but does it matter? We still have the Thunderous One and Lord Mazdamundi. They still have healing access to them. They have the Storm Chamber Guardians who are very injured, but maybe some Apotheoses could actually heal them up. I wouldn't hate that, but it looks like he's just going to cast it on himself. They have some Saurus support. What do the Bretonians have? They have the very wounded, not very good Beast Slayers. They have some Archers, some Skirmish Cav with a little bit of ammunition, Lewin, and some tattered-ass Knights. I'm not feeling it, Chief. A Ruination of Cities, a bold cast, and another unlucky cast. None of them came back this direction. That is quite unfortunate, but the Beast Slayers of Bastogne are about to be routed as soon as the Thunderous One and Lord Mazdamundi charge into him. They're barely hanging on for now, but here comes the charge, and Terrored. Fully routed. And the Peasant Bowmen just being nearby to that charge immediately shatter. They don't want any part of it. What's going on in Turin's Discord? Hey! Turin streaming. More streaming, yes! There weren't enough streams going on at the same time. More power. Alright, Star Chamber Guardians, Saurus Spears, Saurus Warriors, all sprinting forwards. Not enough Shredders, 0 out of 10. I'm inclined to agree. Mounted Yeoman Archers, Defender of Fleur-de-Lis, all coming. King Lewin. Can he carry this entire game on his back? Are there any Archers left? Not really. There's the Mounted Yeoman Archers, but they don't apply poison even. Trebs are back. Maybe they could get online, do something. Maybe. Mazdamundi... Well, Thunderous One's out of free ammunition. Mazdamundi has plenty. But I think Bretonnia's just waiting to die at this point. Beast Slayers are very low. They're going to break as soon as anything gets close to them. Wee! Boop. And they break. Mazdamundi's going to net Lewin down in the middle of spears, halberds, and 2 giant dinosaurs. And that might be the end of it. Sword of Corone comes down, lowering everybody's melee defensive armor. And the rear charge from these knights is trying to cut through, but it doesn't look like it can. And then a banishment comes in. The only way Bretonnia wins is if this banishment goes wild and just goes through all the Lizardmen troops, but it looks like it gets canceled. Both knights are routing, army losses comes in, and Lord Baltimore of AIMA will be your champion for the Gold League. All hail the mighty! 2,100 value for Mazda. Saurus didn't pay for themselves in large part, but they did their best. Javskinks did well overall. Thunderous One did great. 2,300 value. Lewin did his best. 700 value. He was mostly spending his days routing off stuff. Footsquires did okay. Not great. Peasant Bowmen didn't really do that much. Knights struggled a little bit too. And the Trebuchets did their best. GG, well played. Congrats to Lord Baltimore. TY for letting me cast. You are gentlemen and scholars. I am leaving now. Goodbye. Everybody who's here, thanks for being here. Love you guys. Viewership's been pretty bad recently, so we're happy to have anybody. Anybody's better than nobody. All right. See you around. I gotta go do D&D stuff, apparently.